All right. Man, oh man. Okay. So when we last left things, um, Dean is probably met with an accident. Well, you do have this tremor within you that something probably happened to him. Um, Man, how do I start this? So, Derek, even though we're going to start with you being asleep, okay? This is where we're starting
Hmm.
off this game today.
Sure.
Um, while you're asleep, you do feel like a disturbance within you. Something has gone wrong, but that
Hmm.
pales in comparison to what happens next. You feel like something wrong has happened, and then you feel like your existence is kind of shunted to the right, like you're in your dream and you're being pulled in a direction, and then suddenly there's a purple glow and you're pulled towards it,
Hmm.
and now you're sitting in what looks to be like an elegant dining hall. There's all this food out on the tables. There's wonderful cutlery. Everything's looks great in here, and someone is approaching you, and I
Uh,
will about to get you to that. Before you can even respond, because this is just a lot that happened in a second or two,
hmm.
you hear a voice go, "Ah, Derek, you're not as smart as you think you are. You're sleeping too close to danger. It's like you were asking for us to meet." And as he comes into the shadow, you see someone who looks like your father, but isn't. Well, not your father. Your foster parent, but in a very nice suit.
Hmm.
And I am, as I am Phidias. Do you like the look? Turns around in a little circle for you. I assume you know me by reputation. Please, sit.
Oh, I thought it was sitting. All right. Yeah.
No, well, I mean,
Hey, what's going on?
you walked into the dining room. You haven't actually probably sat down yet. He didn't
Uh-huh.
force you into a seat. That just seems wrong. That's a piece of power right there. All right, so you sit down
Uh,
in your seat.
no, no. I just kind of like I wander over to the table and
Yeah.
look at the food.
Oh, the food
I'm
looks
like,
great.
no,
Everything here looks on the table looks delicious.
yeah, no, no, no. I'm good, Finn. Uh,
No, no, no.
this is,
You should take a seat.
he just looks. I just look at him and I'm like, so what's up?
Hmm. We haven't had time to meet yet. Uh, sorry, we haven't had time to meet yet. Stares into your eyes. Have we? It's a long, distinct pause. The way he says it.
Derek at least tries to stare back at him, doing his best to appear like tough or at least um, undisturbed. I mean, he's dealt with some darkness. Like, are you the one whose crap I've been cleaning up lately?
You seem to be slowing my progress, which is making me look bad. So I'll give you a choice to pick the winning side here, son. He'll smile because he's in your foster dad's form.
Uh-huh.
What what you need to do is walk away from this. What would make you walk away from this? And he'll just give you an intense stare. Uh,
Um, you going up in flames.
oh, that's not very nice. They just look.
What? You asked me a question. Are you one of those people who doesn't like honesty? All right, fine. Balloons. Give me some balloons. And
No, no,
he
no.
just looks at
I can tell if you're lying. He shakes his head. He goes, "Whose dream do you think you're in? Are you think you're in your
you.
own?"
You can tell when I'm lying, but you don't like the truth, so you're an idiot. Great.
Shakes his head. He like moves his hand in like a funny gesture, and you start hearing like Dean's voice like screaming in the background. Oh no! Shh! Quiet, quiet. I'm busy. I'll talk to you later. He looks back at you. Sorry.
Mm,
Look, you are slowing my plans. I have things to do, and my boss does not like to be kept waiting. All right. At this point,
so,
yeah,
so
I guess
you're
not. Go
being
ahead.
made, so you're being made to look like an asshole by a bunch of kids in front of your demon boss. And I'm supposed to feel bad for you.
Oh, he good. So what you say? Sorry, could you repeat that? My bad.
So you're getting slowed down. You're getting defeated by a bunch of kids,
Yeah.
and and you
Not
look like an
defeated,
asshole.
slowed.
Well, yeah, well, I'm saying defeated.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine.
yeah,
He'll make a
you're
face.
getting defeated by a bunch of kids, and you look like an asshole, and I'm supposed to feel bad for you.
Yeah. All right. At about this time, I'm gonna cut to Claire's point of view. Claire, you've had a long day, and I'm sorry that we didn't get to a lot of the recap. You can just look at the notes later, or people can
Mhm.
inform you as we go.
Yes.
But basically, you are in a dream as well. But this time, you're above, like you're basically like in the air, but you have like a window in front of you, and from that
Mhm.
window you see um, Derek and like a guy in a really nice suit and an opulent like dining hall. And they're just like having a conversation. Derek looks like he's doing his usual Derek boasting ish kind of stuff. And the demon, or you're not sure if it's a demon, but the guy's like shaking his head like this. I just was curious, from your point of view, you have this feeling that this is not quite a dream. Like you feel like this is much more real than usual. I just wanted to know if you have any reactions at this point because you can see them. You're not sure if they can see you.
I I'm above. Can I make my way towards Derek?
Yeah, you can kind of push through the aether towards the window.
Yes.
Okay. Um, I'll give you like one more action before we cut back to the dramatic conversation downstairs or whatever.
How close am I to Derek?
Uh, Derek is still like think of it this way: you're looking in through like a skylight almost. So like you can see down into the dining hall, but you think you have enough idea how dreams work and possibly maybe magic. You could probably pry this open or do something if you wanted to.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use. Well, Derek's obviously doesn't really interested in what this guy has to say.
He definitely like you can't tell what they're saying because you're behind the skylight, but you can tell that he is being Derek probably. He's probably making gestures and being like, "Yeah, you can go up in flames" and stuff like that.
I'll help my friend. He's my best friend.
Okay.
How would Claire help our friend? The
You're
best way that Claire would ever help someone is fucking over the other guy. I'm gonna hex him.
you're gonna hex the fucking demon?
I don't know what he is, but
Okay.
he's messing with my
The
friend.
dude. Okay.
Being put somewhere.
Uh,
Obviously, he doesn't want. I don't feel like consent was brought.
okay. Make a roll. Make your 2d6 in your magic stat. Your magical.
I believe this is mystical.
You do get the drop on him probably though, because he's probably like, I'm having a conversation.
Yeah, guess what? Knock knock. One sec. I just realized I didn't have my
No, no, take your time.
Glitterheart. I have my character sheet open, but not the book itself.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Uh,
Let me go look at my stuff actually.
Because I'm hex, specifically hex. This is page 31.
Spark. Do I not have? That's odd. I should have those up.
There's mystical. With that in mind, that's 10.
Okay. What were you trying to do with your hex? Because you do have options.
I'm trying to give Derek away. I'm trying to mess with them to give him a way out, to get him out of this dream. Obviously, he doesn't want to be here.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
All right. So you're
This guy doesn't quite.
no,
give
no.
me
You're
good
using your
vibes.
hex to interfere with his magic. That's my
Yes.
assumption. Okay. So little vague, but yeah, I get it. You do like your hand gestures for your hex, and you point at him, and the skylight. This is so dramatic because he's in this conversation, and then the skylight like pops open, and there's like a light coming from it, which is not the light of the room. uh, Derek, mid conversation, because he's still going to try and badge you a little bit to get on his side. A light opens up behind you that is a different color. Do you turn and flee for it?
Um, Sorry, you came back after those.
No, no, that's fine.
So
So a sky, what appears to be not a skylight, but you definitely have a light source behind you open up. So the question is whether or
uh-huh.
not you go running for it.
I'm not in my form, right? But or am I? Do I have like some sense
Uh,
of?
I think you would still be because you said you went to bed in your form, so you look
That's
like
right. Yeah.
yeah,
I
you were you. So
I'm in my form
Yeah.
because I had to use turn into my form to use that power.
right,
Yeah. So I mean, whether she's in her form or not, I would actually be able to sense her presence at this point,
right,
and kind of know that that light is her and her
right. It
magic.
looks like your friend is making an exit for you.
Yeah. Can I make an action and make a move, or do I have to do
What do
one or the other?
you? All right,
My
yeah.
action was going to actually be to use my beam because I was already getting irritated with this person, and basically just try to take. So I was just going to attack him
Gonna
anyway,
shoot
but
me?
now I
Okay.
can like kind of jump out, and like I'm thinking I'll just kind of jump backwards in through the light and just take a pop shot at him,
All right, I'll tell you
before I
what.
go.
I will let you do that action as like you're using the beam to propel yourself up towards where she is. Basically, you
Yeah,
turn and
yeah.
you're like, I'm going to attack. You know, like I go into, like you're going to attack him, but you use it to launch yourself like through the.
Hmm.
Okay, but you're
Yeah.
still gonna have to roll for it because it would be funny
As
if you failed.
so, if you're wondering, I get to because I rolled a 10, I get the whole two.
Okay, cool. So you can also like do things to assist him if he
The
fails.
turkey he won't be able to can't flee the battle or area, so he can't run after us.
Oh, that's funny. How dare you manipulate me? Okay, well, let's see how this plays out. First, we're gonna
Shoot.
have you roll, not you roll, because you did your roll.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
Eric's
making
gonna
a
roll for
roll.
that. Yeah,
So
for the feint and the launching, basically.
it's technically a clash roll, but because it's magic beam, I get to roll plus mystical for the attack. Damage is equal to my mystical rating, which I assume is just 2.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So that's not great, but it would be a minor success with
Okay.
a total of 7.
Okay.
Right? I think I've got yeah, I'm pretty sure I have 2. Yeah, 2 in mystical. So it would be a. So if I went to the table and looked at Clash, which I'm not super familiar with, um, on a 7, you both do damage to each other.
This
You
kind of makes sense.
do
I know where this is gonna go. Yeah.
damage equal to your weapon damage, uh, or your physical rating in hand to hand combat. So I am so basically what I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I
Yeah.
feel like I make the attack, but somehow the attack is stronger than I because I'm in like a mystical magical
Right.
place, so the
Right.
magic is almost more powerful. So when I shoot it, I hit him, but it kind of like jolts me, and I take a little bit of damage as well. But it
Okay.
does throw me through the portal. If
So
that sounds
so
right.
yeah, you get basically heroically chucked up through the air. So what you're doing is
Mm-hmm.
you shoot it at an angle to hit him. Your hands like you suddenly realize, oh wait, this is a little too much, and you get launched up through the skylight.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I
As
will. Yep, Claire. I'm gonna let Claris do her actions.
so at that point, I
He's
open
like,
it up
what?
like it, and I shoot spider webs at him to like energy spider webs at him
Well, oh, so
to keep him
first you
stuck
use
there.
the curse to make him not flee.
Well, no,
I mean,
no, no.
chase.
That's I was flavoring it.
Okay, gotcha.
That was
Okay,
flavored.
got it. Your spider webs. Okay, got it.
Ooh, spooky.
Ah,
Hmm.
okay, gotcha. All right, so you shoot yourself out through the skylight. She's like covering the guy with spider webs and things, and then I assume the last action you do is basically slam the skylight behind you because you don't want him to come through, chase you
Yes,
eventually.
that was
Okay.
the other thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That all worked.
at first he was aggravated because you did like scorch his suit a little bit and like you covered him with spider webs. But then as you disappear into the aether of your dreams, you do hear maniacal laughter. Oh, there's fun. You hear some laughter in the background. And then you both wake up. Morning.
Where am I? My room?
Yeah, you're in your room.
I assume in my room.
Yep. You're still in your same room, you with your same closet that glows purple. Don't worry about
Hmm.
it. It's fine.
I
Yeah,
guess I'd be
no.
in my spider form if I was my other
Oh
form,
yeah,
yes.
I guess you could wake up in your form. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Well, as
Well,
long as
and
no one
I would
barges
still
into the
be
room.
I would still be in my form too. And wow, Claire, thanks. That was great timing. We need to get to Dean's house as fast as we can. I think he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a backpack, and I'm gonna uh like make sure it's empty, and then throw some like like a small pillow or like probably a blanket,
He's
folded
gonna
up
go sleep
blanket
at
into it,
someone's house.
and I'm gonna push the jar into the backpack.
Hold on.
Without
So first you're gonna go into the closet to get the jar, right?
well, I'm gonna get the backpack ready
No,
first,
that's
and then
fine. Yeah, you
open
get the
up.
backpack ready, right? I get
Yeah.
that. Okay, so
Yep.
you're gonna. Okay, so you open up your closet and you
Uh
notice
huh.
that the purple gem. Oh, you
Uh
can't.
huh.
It's under. You took
It's under
the
a towel.
jar. It's
It's
under a
under a
towel,
shirt.
but the light
Yep.
is brighter under that towel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not too freaked out by that. I mean,
Okay.
clearly that's like leaving that in here wasn't a great idea. Okay, fine. I should have thrown it to the mirror and not told anybody, but whatever. I feel like we're gonna have to figure out a way to destroy this thing. But I got something brewing for that. So I'm gonna grab the tongs, which I probably still have close by.
Okay.
Use that to place the jar into the backpack. Throw some more blankets in on top of it just to help, buffer it in some way, and also make sure the
Bag isn't
jar
glowing.
doesn't break.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the bag isn't glowing, it doesn't break. I kind of think about maybe where I could get um, a, uh, a lead plate or two. Um, and yeah, so I think about it, and I end up getting so I'm going to use wish, and
Oh
I'm going to
boy.
wish.
Roll
I'm
for
going
that.
to Yeah. I rolled a 7, so that's a 9. So um, let me see what I forget what that. If I roll on a 7 to 9, I can hold one, so I can make a. I'm gonna make a like a lead plate show up, and I'm gonna kind of like shove that down the back of the thing, so that when I'm wearing it, it helps to maybe create a buffer between the energy and me.
Is
Um,
radioactive. He's got a
I don't
radio
know.
rock
I don't know
vibe.
what it is. I don't know what it is, but I know lead,
Evil.
is probably gonna help me. Um, and why not? So, and I'm not feeling so great right now, so I'm definitely gonna. And I'm already a little bit beat up from the
Great.
hellhound.
Yeah.
And it's morning, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah. So I'm gonna drop out of my form at this point, and but I'm also gonna grab my knife, and stick that someplace discreet, and I'm gonna head downstairs, and grab some fruit and some milk because it does the body good. And I'm gonna head outside, and I'm gonna go over to where the hellhound was probably like hiding in a bush, and be
Okay.
like, "All right, buddy, um,
Uh,
you, I need a disguise for
just
you.
yeah,
All right."
you might want to hurry up because my mom if my mom sees him, she's gonna think the devil's actually in. I actually summoned the devil.
Oh,
So
you can't. We can't. If I once I drop my form, we can't communicate. Unfortunately.
oh,
I
okay.
gotta fix that. But
Oh, I forgot about
that's
that.
the next. Yeah, that's all right. That's my next upgrade. I'm gonna be able to make it so I can use my
So
magic when I'm in my normal
the
form.
only thing you could think of, like as a nice little aside, as you walk through, you know damn well walking with a giant backpack, grabbing fruits and stuff, and like walking through your
Hmm.
living room, definitely your mom or your dad is probably like, oh, your foster parents is probably like, there's something really wrong with that kid. He's like this giant backpack carrying fruit.
I don't think the backpack would be that big. I mean, the jar probably
I
isn't
mean,
that big. But
you have like a
the
lead
gem.
plate in there, like right? It's like
Well, yeah, but I
probably
mean,
bulky.
a lead plate would be like, it
Okay,
would
so
be
it's like
thin.
reasonable
It would be
backpack size. That's
it'd be
fine.
thin, like it would be like the dimensions of a book but thinner.
All
You
right.
know. Yeah. So, but I mean, it would be a little bit big, but it wouldn't be like super cumbersome. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
For
I'm
some
probably
reason,
not
I was thinking
using.
like an army backpack. Like that's what I thought you had it in.
Oh,
Like yeah, like one of
you
those
mean
big
like a
beefy
like a
ones.
duffel bag? No,
Yeah.
no, no. Just like a regular book bag type
Okay, that's
backpack.
fine.
And yeah, I'm gonna go over into the shadows and kind of consider what I'm gonna do about. And I'm like, all right, you gotta stay hidden under here for now. If I need you, you need to get wherever I am in the most discreet way that you possibly can. And so I'm gonna like grab an old blanket that's probably like buried under the and like kind of like tie the blanket around the dog to make it like a really shitty dog disguise, and then be like, all right, lay down under this tarp, and if I need you, I'll call you.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head toward to Dean's house,
Okay.
knowing that Claire is
Well,
probably heading that way too.
all right. So I'll stop you there. Then we'll cut to
Mhm.
Claire. Claire, are you just like getting ready and going to Dean's, or was there anything else you wanted to do beforehand?
I'm actually gonna summon a minion. I'm still in my spider form.
Okay.
Uh, and there's a part of me that wants to find out what's going on with Dean, but I would like to know who the I'm gonna actually use it to see if I can. I send my minions see if they can find out knowledge from the beyond. I want to figure out who the fuck he was talking to. See if they
Sure.
could
I
figure out
mean,
something.
you so unfortunately you were there but weren't there kind of when they discussed Phidias.
Yeah.
Basically, he's supposed to be either the big bad or the second to big bad. So he's like a demon that's behind a lot of what's going on. But you can definitely use your thing to explore that more.
Yes.
All right. So what
Uh,
knowledge from beyond is a skill, right? Yeah.
yeah. Basically, if I get a certain, it's on page 32, and depending on
32.
how good I roll or how bad I roll, you can give me information.
Good times. And
I
if you
get
roll
information
bad,
other way.
yeah, you get information either way. That is correct.
12.
32.
Uh,
Knowledge from beyond. When you consult
yes.
with your minion, roll missing. I'll tell you a piece of information. What did you roll total?
I rolled a 12.
Ooh,
Spicy.
knowledge from beyond. About specifically about this guy.
Yes. I imagine it's something, prophesized dream powers plus using
Oh,
magic.
you want to know what his kind of like power set is? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah,
Or
or that, or who is he? Any information on him? What exactly are we dealing with?
okay, you can get basically the only way I could explain what happened is you sent your minion out and it went in like a little like portal and disappeared, and then it like pulled out, it came back through the portal and had like a book in its mouth. It kind of like spat it onto the ground. 'Cause- and it looks up at you and then like kind of like scuttles off.
Thank you. You can
Um,
go live your life.
you can flip it open and it says something like, uh, Phidias, the guardian of the gateway, Phidias, the demon at the thousandth step. Basically, it goes into the lore of this guy, and he is exists. This is one aspect of this demon. He has shown up in multiple places. Some say he was around in the 1920s, 1930s, in a small town they once saw, but he had a different form then. Uh, Kudos to people that get what that joke's from. Uh, that is for people that don't know. There was a Tremulous game in the 1920s where you guys all went into a basement,
Yes.
and there was a horrible thing down there made of leathery skin, and that was a variant of Phidias. So that's an aspect. But basically, his powers are enormous. He is basically a arch level caster, if you want to go by like D&D standards.
Oh,
Uh, and
okay.
he has the power to manipulate desire, travel in people's dreams, and stuff like that. That is basically his power set. And so he's very hard to beat unless you can knock him down, because he whittles away at you.
All right.
And
Noted.
yeah, so he's a bad dude. Uh,
And I threw spider webs on him. Not nice.
you
Yeah,
ruined
yeah.
you ruined his suit a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, don't worry though. You heard laughter as you left, so it's probably fine.
I'll close his book, puts book away, goes back into normal form. I'll I'll worry about that. That sounds like a problem for future me.
Future you problem. Okay. Yeah. So cutting back to something that you guys learned earlier, that the caster that fought Phidias must have been on almost equal footing. I mean, he still lost mostly because he got trapped in a book. Like part of him still trapped in that book that you now call Toby. But like, so he was on even footing with him for a little while. So props to him. All right. What's your next move?
Um, I guess we're all heading there. We're all heading to Dean's house, so I guess I'll get ready,
Yeah.
grab my stuff. What day of the week is it? Is it Saturday,
It is now
Friday?
Wednesday.
Oh, we have to go to. What time is school?
Yeah, I was about to get to that. School is, I assumed because you had a nightmare, you got up early, so school's not for another couple hours.
All right, we got time.
Okay, so you're gonna head to Dean's, so that's two. Eddie, the one who actually got sleep. She just went right to bed because of the late night from the last time. What is your
Yes.
what is your plans, Eddie? One other thing I wanted to ask, sorry, for Derek. Did you broadcast your information of what happened to everyone, or did you
Yeah,
just
no,
broadcast declare?
I was actually gonna just correct that quickly. Thank you.
Okay. No, no, that's fine. I wanted to make
No,
sure.
I would before I take off, I would probably step back into the shadows near the dog and realize, oh wait, there are other people that need to would probably be really useful. And I'm gonna
Okay.
reach out to Eddie and Amos and say, hey, there's a problem at Dean's house. So if everybody, I know you probably might be awake, might be asleep, but if you guys
You're
can
awake
get up
now.
and head over there, Dean might need us because I think Samo might have been a sleeping agent, which is kind of what I thought anyway. Yeah, feel bad for him. So Eddie, Amos, you guys there?
Um, sure. We could do it as let too. That's fine. Sorry. As you're waking up, Derek will contact you, and that will happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
but
I mean, I apologize.
No, it's
would
fine.
would we wake up if he just like?
I
Because
feel
if
like
I'm sleeping,
he's like blasting it into your head at this point. Like,
but
wake
if I'm
up.
sleeping, like it's not like an alarm.
Okay.
Uh,
No, that's fine.
I
If
mean,
you
I'm just saying, like well, I don't know.
do,
What do you guys think? I don't know.
I wouldn't say that I was being super invasive.
okay.
Um, because I mean, if they're asleep, they're asleep. But at least kind of get the thought into their head that hey, something's going on.
Okay.
And can you guys start, moving that way when you do wake up? I mean,
So what we'll
it's
do
life.
is we'll shift that slightly back that you've told them before they've woken up. So they're gonna wake up and then realize something's wrong with Dean. Basically an instinctual thing. They wake up and they go, wait. So we're gonna go back to the order we were in. Goes to
Mhm.
Eddie. Okay. Eddie gets up. Proceed from there.
All right. I yeah, I imagine he's going to look around his room and see what he has that might actually be useful. So all I remember is that all I know is that there's something up with Dean.
Yes, that's all you wake up with a feeling that something is wrong with Dean. At that's basically it. Yeah.
Right, like I remember hearing Derek's voice, and I remember there's something wrong with Dean. That's all I know.
Right.
Okay, so uh yeah, at this point I think he'll grab like a spyglass, like a spotting scope
Okay. Yep.
that he uses for astronomy and stuff,
That makes sense.
and he'll put that in a bag. Um, he doesn't have two radios anymore because one of
Yeah.
them broke.
I mean, you could retrieve it, but you have to go to a place that's really not great.
Yeah, I wouldn't, that's another adventure.
Get the broken pieces of your radio. That's probably in like a Deep One museum over there. Like, is that this is the radio? Uh,
Yeah, so yeah, he'll run downstairs, grab some quick breakfast, like some OJ, um, like say hi to his parents.
oh look, he's getting out early and he's going for runs. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, just throw on his running jacket, and his backpack. And obviously the backpack also is kind of loaded because it has all this school stuff, so he just jammed the scope in with his school stuff.
Just like clunks. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing's like bursting.
Okay. Well, that's what happens when you're the trinket character, so you have a lot of stuff.
hmm
All right, and then where do you head to?
Yeah, I guess Eddie will head very quickly over to Dean's.
Okay.
That's why he threw on his running jacket. And I
I have
guess I'm gonna clutch my backpack so I don't.
have it burst off you or something.
Yes.
Well, the good news is I'm probably going to be you first because of obvious reasons, but we'll cut to Amos next. Amos,
Yes.
you wake up in your room. You
Uh-huh.
have this message, kind of like someone left you a voicemail, right?
Yeah.
Dean is in danger, or something's wrong with Dean. It comes into your mind. Um, but it feels like it's like instead of having him talk to you, it's sort of like somebody left you a voicemail. Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I got you. Um. Well. So, I guess what time is it?
It's about 6:30.
Uh, do I get a sense of like when this was?
Um, it's hard to say because you were asleep, but it couldn't have been too long ago. Maybe like an hour.
All
Let's
right,
say.
because I was also home pretty late.
Yeah.
Right. I guess nothing happened around my house.
Nothing happened around your house during the night. No.
Okay. Um. Right. So I do need to grab my science fair project.
Oh, you take it out of the freezer? Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me think about.
Might
So,
defrost. Take it out of the
uh,
freezer.
I'm just trying to think. I probably would have like a knife or like something like a super concealable weapon.
All
I
right.
feel like I live in a tough house, so I'm gonna definitely grab a knife and just have, because I feel like I'm feeling kind of paranoid after being kidnapped and you know
Yeah, I can
hogtied.
understand that. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna like put a knife in like my boot or something, that
Okay.
kind of thing. So stealth a knife somewhere.
Okay.
Trying to think about uh, what do I get a sense of like what kind of danger they're in?
I mean, you could assume he was last time you talked to them, you had your duplicate, and let me think. Does he
Wait,
know that the duplicate was staying with Dean or not? That's the real question.
yeah, I think I do, because I think we decided that at.
Did you guys decide that before
Yeah,
he
we decided that
left?
together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because I had transmitted it to
okay.
everybody
So
that
then
things were
then
going on.
he would know then. If you said Dean was in danger, it's probably something as bad has happened with Soma
Right.
or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I uh should really 6:30. School starts at what time again?
We're gonna shoot for like 8:30, something like that. I know that's late for real school, but that's fine.
I mean, that was my school started at like 7:55. But yeah, yeah, I guess other than the knife, I mean, just kind of regular morning activity. Get dressed real quick,
Yeah.
grab my shit, grab the science project. Which, how is that looking?
Frozen. It's been in your freezer all night, so you've got a half-filled Tupperware that's like got weird grayish material that's now frozen. And it looks
Um,
frozen.
I didn't really mean to freeze it.
Well,
Well, I guess whatever.
you put it in the freezer.
I probably should have lowered the temperature a little bit. Well, that's it. It is what it is. Right. I need to analyze this thing. How am I gonna analyze this thing?
You bring your science fair project to the school, or you don't. I don't know. It depends on how much risk you want to take.
Well, I'm definitely bringing it to school because it's not like I have anything in my. I remember I'm poor. Remember, it's not like I have a fucking microscope at home.
Okay.
I will grab like some rubber gloves just to
Okay.
have with me, and then probably put the project into like a paper bag so that I'm not like really holding because it's cold. So yeah, so I'm gonna do all that, and then how far am I from Dean's house? Is that on the way to school? Is that like?
Let me think. You're out. You're kind of. You actually have to go into town to go to school, so I would say it's on the way because you live outside the town. You've described it as like the sticks, so you're probably gonna have to go through town anyway to get to school.
All right, well, so I'll start heading that way.
All right.
I
So, go ahead.
I'm saying I will check my like I'm gonna like make sure that my like this I set up like not the alarm, well, like the not traps, but um alarms outside.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna make sure that the like I have like a piece of paper stuck in the window just so that like if it open like if somebody tries to get in, I'll know that they did like a thing that if somebody opens the window, it would have moved.
Right. Like putting a piece of string in a door
Yeah, yeah,
frame to
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
if this moves, then somebody's opened my door.
Right. So the door and like the window.
Okay. That's fine. I think I know how the order arriving at Dean's house will go. First is Eddie, obviously. Eddie arrives first. It's a lightning bolt. Eddie, you are now outside Dean's house.
All right.
It's been about less than 5 minutes probably from
Is
the time you
there
left.
how big is the yard? Is there like trees somewhere I can like scope out the windows or
There is a yard. Uh, hmm. You know what? Eddie, roll 2d6 in mental.
yeah, okay.
You are doing exactly the thing to trigger a thing, so go ahead.
Yeah,
Do
all
that.
right. That's 11.
Okay. It looks like his yard. It looks like somebody has walked through his yard, and there appears to be like bike tracks, like bicycle tracks that are nearby as well.
Hmm. Very interesting. All right,
You,
can I
you
follow them?
the footprints?
Yeah, can I track it?
Yeah, they seem to lead from the back, kind of like the window area where Dean would like normally climb out of, like that side of the house, around to the back and kind of like out behind his yard and then off into the distance.
Hmm. What about the bike tracks?
The bike tracks seem to stop at the front of the house and then kind of skeeter off, but it looks like somebody biked up there, skidded to a halt kind of in front of the house, and then biked off. Uh-oh. Let's see. Somebody dropped. Chat? Okay, it's just David, probably. Okay. So yeah, it seems like somebody drove the bike, or who knows, up to the house and then kind of just took off soon afterwards.
Do I see any activity in the windows?
Yeah. I mean, you're behind his house. You're getting a clear line of sight to his window. You see Dean like getting his clothes together and getting ready to go to school.
All right, I'm gonna follow his tracks.
Okay. Uh, you follow the tracks for a little bit. The question is, you can't really run and follow the tracks, so you have to like walk at
Well, I can look forward as far as I can see the tracks
to see
be
the
there,
tracks
and
and then
then
kind of jump. Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you go further that way, you're kind of going more into like the woods and stuff, and like the tracks get like broke. If you were a hunter, like if you would, this would be okay, but because you're just sort of a person following tracks, they kind of disappear into the woods a bit.
Okay. That's information I can work with.
Okay.
at least.
Counting.
I don't know if can I relay that information?
Depends if Derek was active, but at the moment, I think he's just not active because he's not here. So, no, unfortunately not.
All right, I'll just take note of it, and I'll go back outside Dean's house.
All right. For humor's sake, Amos, you're the next person to arrive. Let's assume that um, Dean's house is actually at the edge of the woods. It's not. It's one of the first houses you would encounter. So you just sort of wander out of the woods, go up the road a little bit, and there's where Dean's house is. They live at the end of the block.
And what do I see?
Let's see. From where you are, I'm trying to think of the perspective here. You wouldn't see Eddie right away, but you would see like the house, possibly actually you can. Do I have you roll a mental for the thing I already described? Nah. You see some tire tracks kind of like in front of the house. Looks like a bike has been through here. But
A
other than that,
motorcycle or like a
no,
bicycle?
like a person bicycle, like a regular
Uh-huh.
regular bike.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you go further into the property, or do you just sort of like stand out front?
I mean, I got a message that he's in trouble. I probably should go nah, or I mean, at least I should like go peek into the house, like, you know.
Okay. As you get near the front of the door, I assume Eddie will look back at the house, and you see Amos like walking up the front.
Yeah, Eddie,
You can see
Well-
Amos.
yeah. I guess Eddie, will join him because it would be awkward to just
Have
stand
him
there.
stand there. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you walk up to Amos, or do you just appear next to Amos?
No, yeah, Eddie actually take like untransforms,
Yeah.
transforms back,
Yeah.
and makes it look like he's just walking from the street.
Okay. Oh, you went around to not make him feel awkward, and then like walk up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that sounds
Makes
fun.
it look really casual, like he's just walking from the street, like, oh, hi, Amos.
Okay. And I'm gonna have, for brevity's sake, we'll have Claire and Derek kind of arrive together, like from different sides, and kind of fall in behind you guys.
Oh, there you guys are.
So all four of you guys are all standing in front of Dean's house. Okay, now what?
Right.
So did you guys feel that message also?
Well, I'm the one who sent
Yeah.
it.
I was
Well, I'm saying we're standing in front of the house, right?
Yeah, there's some strange tracks at back. They lead into the forest. Not sure what that's about, but
They lead
wait.
in, or they come in from.
it seems like someone came to the house and then someone else left into the forest.
Do you see like drag marks, or do you see two sets of footprints?
There's a bike looks like someone rode a bike in here,
Mm-hmm.
and then they walked into the forest after they
All right.
We
Um,
can.
So
we
what
can-
happened earlier?
I mean, we can try to follow it if you'd like, or we can split the group out. Somebody, come people check out on D, and the other people explore, or we just stay together.
First off, is anybody else here in their form, or is everybody just like normal?
I'm normal for right now. Oh,
Normal.
I got stuff to talk to you guys about later, but I'll bring it up later.
But also, what I got like the message that you were in trouble. What happened?
Yeah, I got him out. He was having a lovely conversation with a
Is your name
Oh, that's
Phineas?
yes, Nvidia. Speaking of which, I actually got some information on him, but you want to
Oh,
make
cool.
sure that we're in a quiet space when we do it. I'm not really sure if the walls have ears. I said walls as in we're outside, but you understand what I'm trying to say.
we're basically standing in front of
Yeah,
in
Eddie
front of
Eddie starts
Dean's
just
house right now.
knocking on the door. uh Eddie just starts knocking on the door at this
Okay.
point.
Mhm.
Okay, so you guys are having a conversation. Eddie knocks on the door. Okay. Do.
Can I ask a question before that takes place?
Sure.
Again, we're standing on the front lawn. Is
Yeah.
there like a fence? Is there like any
There
place?
there is a fence, like a fence that goes around the property.
All right. I'm gonna let them know. Hey, I'm gonna go around back and check out what those tracks are. And if I feel like I can, I might just transform into my form and keep in contact with you guys. And I'm gonna head around back while Eddie knocks on the door.
Okay. Eddie knocks on the door. There is some like a pause, obviously, while people figure out someone's knocking on the door. Eddie's father, what was described as very self-absorbed, doesn't answer the door. A older lady comes and opens the door and goes, "Hello," and sees like three of you guys standing out in front. Something wrong? And like, she doesn't know why you guys are standing there.
Good morning.
Nothing's wrong. We came
I
to check on our friend here. And we were gonna, walk to school together.
Oh, that's nice of you. I didn't know he had many friends. Okay. Just if you could just wait downstairs. He'll be down shortly. I think I heard him getting ready. So okay. A little while. Does anyone like rush up the stairs or anything? I'm just curious, because like
No, I'll
just wait in the little front area.
actually, can I go to the bathroom? Do you mind if I use your restroom?
Sure. And she'll like it's just down the hall to the right. We have one on each floor. I assumed you wanted to use the closer one.
Yeah, I go to the closer one.
Okay.
I close the door.
Okay.
I turn to my form.
Spider.
I get a spider. Yep.
Okay. You sent the little creepy guy out of the bathroom.
Yep, and a cute little creepy crawly
Uh,
climbs up the stairs.
it's a little adventure. Okay, he's up the stairs. Just, climbing up the stairs, and then I just okay. Do you do the weird thing where like you try to look through your familiar's eyes? Like, are you in the bathroom,
I'm
like
in the bathroom.
like
Yep.
seeing through his vision? Okay, got it. So
I'm,
it was a long time in the bathroom, but that's fine. You're in the
you
bathroom.
don't ask a girl why she's been in the bathroom.
No one will ask. It's just funny. All right, so you're in there, and like, you can see through his eyes. You can see each step looks humongous, but you climb up each step, and then you like creep around, and you see like Soma and Dean chatting in his room, and he's getting his shirt, and he's he's acting like Dean, getting ready for class and work. He like tells a couple of jokes to Soma that he thinks are funny that really aren't, and Soma just like laughs, because he's supposed to. Uh, and he's like, okay, now Soma, you need to stay here. You can't come to school yet. I'm not sure. I have to talk to Derek about that and figure out how that's gonna go. And then he like starts heading down the stairs.
I'm gonna stay hidden.
Okay, you like to the side as he comes
Yep.
plumping down the stairs so he doesn't step on you. But you get to see like his giant feet as he like passes and
It's
goes down the
weird.
stairs.
I flinch for a second.
I mean, you're from this perspective, like big old boots coming by, and Dean comes downstairs to greet you guys. Assume that he greets you much the way that Dean would. And yeah, what's going on, guys?
No, we just wanted to catch up and see you. It's good to see you, or you had a good night.
Yeah, we
You look
stayed up.
refreshed.
We watched Night of the Living Dead. It was a good night. Yep.
You and wait, where?
Soma,
You-
he's upstairs. We call him Soma, right? So we don't get confused.
Hmm.
Yep, that makes sense. Can I while this is all going on, can I get into the back of the yard and find a place where I can check out the tracks that Eddie had mentioned? but maybe find someplace where I can get some cover from prying eyes and transform as well.
Okay, I will let you do that action. It's just there's a bit of conversation going on. So okay, you
Okay,
will.
no, just I just wanted to interject because if I transform, I want to know where where Dean actually
No,
is.
I get you.
That's the reason.
So you swap forms back to your hero form. You're in the
Yes.
woods, and then the conversation will continue from that point. So we're
Mhm.
gonna cut to. Hold on, let me say one second. Just want to answer something real quick. You. How do I do this without? Okay, give me a second to type something.
Mm-hmm.
Here's. Okay. Man. All right. So yeah, he gets into just a general conversation with you guys. He's like, "Okay, school's in like less than an hour. We should probably get going soon, huh?"
All right. This is where I turn back and go to the bathroom, and yeah,
Okay.
I spray any of the Febreze spray. I spray it.
Okay.
Come on. Sorry.
This
that was,
spider, before you transform, this little spider like crawls up your arm, like goes and goes into your, and then when you disappear, it disappears. You know what I mean? When the form
Yep.
disappears. Okay. You spray Febreze around.
Yep.
All right. You step back into the foyer. It looks like Dean's down there, and he's talking to everybody, and just being his normal, goofy self.
Since I'm in my form, I can sense that the three of them are in the living room. Can I sense that Dean is also in the living room?
You do not sense the psychic connection to Dean in the living room.
Where do I sense the psychic connection to Dean? Because I can, as long as he's on the planet, or maybe it's,
You
I
can
have,
communicate with him. I don't think does it specifically say you can like it's like a tracking beacon, like you know where
it
he is at
does.
all times.
Yes, it actually does.
You got a homing
I will
pigeon him?
read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. I will read it to you if you want me to.
No, I'm fine.
You keep track of your team anywhere on Earth, but not beyond. If they're in another dimension or in outer space, I can't. So unless he's in another dimension or in outer space,
I'm trying to think.
that doesn't and that doesn't mean that he has to be awake or able to necessarily
No, I
communicate
know.
back to me. I
Okay.
don't want to. I
No,
don't
no,
want to
no, no.
break.
No. That's fine.
Mhm.
This works out either way. Don't worry. I have contingencies of my contingencies.
Uh-huh.
You detect that he's at school already. You don't know
All
where
right.
at school, but he's at school already.
I'm going to let everyone else know that, and so that they know that they're not talking to the real Dean. They're talking to whatever Dean is backwards.
Need or something.
Naid. They're talking to Naid. And the tracks that Eddie mentioned, do those head in a direction that would be towards school?
If you didn't take the road, yeah. Like if you were like trying not to walk down the central streets, yes.
Yeah, more like a more direct route
Through the woods and
woods and
shortcuts.
fields and whatnot. All right, cool. I am gonna all right. I'll see everybody outside at the front door. And I'll transform back and head over there.
Okay. Meanwhile, everybody's standing there. All right. So my mom said that we're gonna all go to school together. That's pretty cool. I haven't done that yet.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? As a
Ah,
group, like we haven't when there as a group.
Walk to school as a group.
Yeah.
you
We
know,
always
we
Well,
drive
yeah,
on
gotta,
the
we
we're
road.
gotta
also
hit
we're
those
also
tropes somehow.
Never,
I'm sorry.
never too late. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we've only
Yeah, we're
been
now all such good friends now. You know.
friends for so long, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice thing to do.
How long have we been friends, Dean?
No,
Dean tells you how long you've been friends. Obviously.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I know Derek. I've known Derek all my life.
Okay.
You guys are pretty cool.
All right. So
We should
where do we
probably
go
hurry up.
from here? That's the question.
We still have a little bit of time.
You do.
I kind of want to go. Like, I don't really want to wait on the on since we're here. I don't really want to wait on the what is it, the bike riding thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could try and figure out, like, you CSI wise, like what kind of bike maybe, or like who was on it, or like actually who was on it is hard. Um, Figuring out that what kind of bike maybe you could try.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a. Actually, I have the camera's gonna take a while. Actually, is one of those is it one of those instant cameras that we got for the newspaper club, or?
Oh, no, you ended up with. Oh no, you said that you had a camera that actually an instant, just like the Polaroid kind. That's the way you said you had. So it's a Polaroid camera.
I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a couple of pictures of this,
Okay.
so I don't have to. And I can match it up with maybe stuff at school.
All
Later.
right. Just see you walking around with like the photo, looking at bikes. Nope. All right. So the group. Where is Derek now? Are you gonna rejoin the group at the front of the house?
Yeah. I'm just waiting. I assume people were probably going to head out at this point
Yeah.
since
Okay.
they were all
In a group.
kind of awkwardly standing there in the living room or by the front door. So he's just kind of hanging out, and he's a little bit seething and upset, but probably also happy that he didn't end up bringing someone back to his place, even though he feels bad for his buddy Dean.
One was taken in your place.
Yeah. So,
All
yeah,
right.
he's just like hanging out, sitting on the front step, waiting for everybody to pop out.
All right. Um, After some light conversation, you guys head outside. Oh, surprise! Derek's out there, and oh, Dean will be surprised that Derek's out there. Oh, hi, Derek's here too. That's nice.
I Derek jumps up and just grabs Dean, throws his arms around him,
Awkwardly looks at you.
one leg in the air. Dean, oh man, it's so good to see you. I was really concerned, man. Everything's okay, and he's like patting him down. He's like, you look all right. No bruises. You remember what happened last night? He like pulls his eyes open awkwardly and like leans in on him.
Yeah, we
And just
watched Night of
making
the Living Dead, and I went to sleep. But it was a good night. Me and Soma.
Oh man, that's so good. I'm so and he hugs him again and pats him on
It
the
just
back, and he's kind of
gets
like,
so awkward.
yeah,
I'm gonna stare at Derek for a second, but I'm not gonna make anything obvious. But I'm like, oh yeah, we're the bestest friends, you know.
I I look at you and I give you a wink, like I'm just screwing around right now. Um, kind of like in a sense, I'm kind of like almost patting him down, like I keep hugging him and like patting him
He's
on the
looking for
back and like
weapons.
yeah, just making sure that
You
there's
know
nothing,
Derek.
you all right, come on, man, let's get you must be hungry. Come on, let's get you some food and get to school. Oh man, so we have so many things to talk to you
He
about.
doesn't seem to
Uh
have anything on him at the moment. He looks like he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
has his normal stuff.
Yeah, I'm mostly just acting like like I'm just not acting myself right now and just being really goofy with him,
Okay.
and like and telling him how great he is and just how and how happy I am that everything worked out,
Oh, good.
and asking him what he learned about Soma and all that kind of stuff, and assuming that I'm not getting anything anything new from him, but just
He
kind of
just
making
talks about the same way that he talks about Soma in the way that, like, yeah, it's pretty much like talking to Amos. It's Amos, and he
Mhm.
knew Amos things. That's about it. It wasn't like he knew
Yeah,
anything extra.
yeah, and kind of just like I know I don't really need to read him because I know that this isn't actually Dean, but just kind of making like acting a lot different from how I normally would,
Okay.
um, just to see if it throws him and he starts acting funny. Like, why are you acting like this? Or
I mean,
like begins
as
probing me.
I assume as you're walking to class and you're acting like this, he will be like feeling very kind of uncomfortable with the amount of
Uh-huh.
like, grabbing at him and like conversation, and he's just like, I know that we're trying to get closer, but this is a bit much. Like it like feels uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, buddy. Maybe I'm a doppelganger, and I kind of jab him with my
You shouldn't
elbow.
you shouldn't joke about that. They could be anybody.
Yeah, no, they could. I mean, any of us,
I mean,
any of us. I mean, except for maybe
people
Amos
say
here.
that.
You,
People
huh?
say that there's 2 of me at school. I mean,
I think there
Well, there's
probably are now. There's
3.
probably now there's 3 of you at school. Um,
man, I gotta love it. Is it
Just keep
April
multiplying.
already?
this
No,
this shit is getting
it's
weird,
April
man.
Fools. Man,
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I kind of
Ages.
wish I had a clone. Maybe do my homework for me. You know.
He's literally in. Sorry, just you
Yeah,
just have
he's
to get him.
literally in Dean's. He's literally in Dean's room right now. We just have to convince him that him doing your homework or going to school for you is what's gonna like
Wow.
keep him on our good side. So yeah, I mean you score right now, buddy.
I mean, I would love for someone to do my homework and go to school for me so I can
And I
do
mean,
my me things.
and Soma seems actually like not too bad, right, Dean? Seems like he's actually
Yeah.
not a bad version of you. I mean, he might be a better version than you are. And they kind of like
No, don't
begins
say that. That's
he
not
begins
nice.
jabbing Dean with his elbow again.
I would say
You two are always so physical.
this conversation, since it's long enough, you're probably at like the school gates, and yes, your radar tells you whether or not where he is. You know, I mean, like now you're closer to the school, you're getting probably a better bead on it.
No, I can't when I'm not in my.
Oh,
floor.
okay.
I can't.
Sorry.
I'd have to hide someplace and try to get and I'll do that at some point, so that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I still can't do that yet.
Okay, so this
Like,
group
I got-
arrives in like a gaggle, basically.
Mhm.
For fun, and only for fun. Nick will be there early or something. It'll like wave to you guys. Hi, how's it going? You guys good?
Oh, hey, what's up, Nick?
Nothing much. He's like gardening, like he's like feeding plants and like doing early morning stuff. And
Mhm.
he's part of the gardening club after all.
I mean,
The one
Nick.
member.
He's being Nick. Yeah.
Yep.
Doing good, Nick. How's anything unusual going on?
Not really. Was it the flowers are doing really good? It's a pretty sunny day right now for October. You know, and you'll look around and go, no, nothing that I've seen. I mean, there's the 2 Claires, but we already knew that was a thing.
You mean you've already seen 2 Claires? And he looks over at I look over at Claire.
Oh
Or
no, I
You've
know
seen the Claire,
I've
and now you're
seen
seeing this
Claire now, and I saw Claire earlier. That's different.
Okay.
As
You haven't seen any other of us
Oh.
hanging around, have you?
Other of you?
Yeah.
Let me think. I have not seen any other of you currently
All right.
at the school.
Keep an eye out. All right.
Is there something I should worry about? Look
you
at
know,
you
I mean,
guys.
other than the Claire, the extra Claire,
I mean,
the
Claire,
what?
that guy's hey, if you, as I said, don't worry. Me, I'm always kind and helpful. Don't worry about it.
Wait a 2nd. There's an extra Claire.
Oh wait, out of
Just
character.
check.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, okay.
No, because
okay.
I've been kidnapped, right? I thought you were kidding about that. I thought I thought you were just making conversation.
Oh, that's when Claire
yeah.
realizes that you don't know. Oh well, I guess like remind me to talk. Give you a thing. I talk to you later.
I'll whisper it to him now. But remember how there were 2 Jeffreys? You know,
Yeah, there's
the
also
kid who
2
was.
of me.
Oh yeah, but there were 2 Jeffreys because one of them was a lizard person, and he kind of says it as quietly as he can.
It's one of those.
He's
the
a
real.
kind. They're a kind person. Don't just. They're a good friend.
Yeah, no, they're cool. But yeah, so that that lizard when Jeffrey kind of had to leave school after all that, that lizard person had to take on a new form, and so Claire volunteered to share that. Yeah, and they're cool. They're like, yeah, they're like Soma, and he kind of taps
Oh.
at Dean again. And just so you know, Nick, the five of us, we're the real ones. He gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah, we're the OGs, of course. But so you're saying Jeff is now Claire?
Lizard Jeff is now
No.
Claire.
Yes,
His name
yes.
isn't Lizard Jeff. He has a name.
It's Algernon. I have it in my notes.
Alsgareth. As she
Alsgareth.
says it with, as she says,
Lots of
she says
consonants
it
and S
in
sounds,
the
yeah.
in the dialect as she tries her hardest to say it the way it's supposed to.
He spent time trying to learn his language, so it sounds probably better than you guys. So it's Alsgareth,
Yeah.
something like that. With an extra.
With
It's hard to do without a forked tongue.
Sounds very
Yeah.
foreign to me, you know.
Yeah.
Foreign exchange students are fine.
Anyway, so anyway, we probably get some food. Let's go grab a little breakfast thing if there's any food.
Never
someplace.
change, Nick.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
I
with
hope
these
not
flowers,
to.
by the way.
Sorry, that's all I get Nick.
Yeah.
I hope not to.
Yeah, and we'll start kind of heading inside. Yeah, so what do we get on the docket these days? What the heck's going on?
Do you mean like school-wise, or like?
Oh, I meant to like the group, like what like what are we working on next?
There's
what are
two main things.
Mm-hmm.
There's the fact that we still haven't gotten together all of the victims in order to scrub through their memories.
Mm-hmm.
To learn more about Phidias and or like at least or more about how that's being done.
Yeah.
I guess Phidias's workings. And the other thing was there's the 7 wonders. There's some mysteries around the school that we have in the newspaper that we can investigate.
Yeah, sorry,
go ahead. Well, don't forget that somebody fucking beat me and kidnapped me. I hope that's at least a little bit high on the agenda to figure out who that is. Like,
absolutely,
hell,
no. That's why I'm just I just recapping everything, make sure that everything we are all aware. I've also I kind of like reach back and I tap the backpack and go, maybe this isn't the best place to bring it, but I also brought the purple gem from Eric's viola. It's in my backpack right now, and so I'm kind of a walking time bomb. Right? He said again, says it quietly, like I'm kind of a walking time bomb right now.
As a moderator, I'll have to remind you that you did promise to bring back Eric Zahn's viola, and instead you have a gem of evil radiance in your backpack instead of his viola.
Speaking of evil objects, I have the goo. That I wanted
walking
to.
around with. Okay, sorry.
Well,
it's like in a plastic bag.
Oh yeah, the goo that you like woke up with. Oh, you should actually talk to maybe talk to Nick about it, because he might be able to help you identify it. Whether it's organic or not. I mean, he might not know anything about it, but at least that kind of rules out whether it is plant based or whatnot.
Yeah, he's probably good at biology as well. I mean,
there's a good chance. Is all I'm saying. I probably need to grab a ride back to my house to get Eric's viola. Damn it, I forgot about that. Hey,
maybe
Dean, will you do me a favor? Will you hold my backpack?
I was gonna say maybe Eddie can just run back real quick.
Do you mind, Eddie?
No, I don't mind.
I mean, I could always grab a bike and head back and grab it, but I mean, like I'll make an explanation as to like, okay, so if you go around the back of the house, there's a window there that I always leave unlocked. If you just push that open, you'll be in a back storage room, and you go up the stairs there, and my room is right. Or no, I'm on the first. No, sorry, I'm actually on the first. I'm in the basement. No, so then you go down the stairs there, and no one will hear you. I mean, even if people are home, they just ignore noises. I don't know why. it's weird. And the VO is right inside the room, and then you can just pop right back out. If you don't mind doing that, that'd be awesome.
Starting to question if you're a clone, not knowing what floor your room is on.
I just no, David forgot what room he was on. I forgot that I had said that he was in the basement.
No worries, Derek. Yeah. I mean, it's for our friend Eric's on. Be willing to do that, of course.
Yeah, well, and he's one of the people that we need to eventually. Eric and Nick, and then Linda. Those are the three people that we would need to round up at some point to do the
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll be right back. And Erica, or I mean, sorry. I guess at this point, Eddie will go to homeroom and just drop his backpack off, so he has some like,
Yeah.
so he has a hand free.
Okay. Just picturing him running with the viol on the return trip. It's fun.
I can hold your backpack if you'd like.
I could just leave it in homeroom. No
Okay,
worries.
I'll
No
keep
one's
it
gonna
on-
touch
don't
it.
break it when you're running.
I'll keep an eye on it either way.
Wait,
Thank
so
you.
Eddie has
Yeah.
at this point figured out how to like hold things properly when he moves so that they don't break. He has to like practically cradle them, but he can make it so that they don't break or fall off or something.
Nice, leveling up. That's good.
Anyway. All right. So Eddie drops the backpack off with somebody and then vanishes to go get the viol. Class will start in like, I mean, it's still got like a half an hour ish, but like, I assume you guys didn't have this conversation in a hallway. You're probably back because it's the only thing you could think of in the lunchroom at your table, because that made the most sense. Like when you're having like conversations like this, unless you're having it in the class, because you're all of the same class, you could choose either of those.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, probably talking in a reasonably discreet place. So yeah.
I'm gonna pull Derek aside. Hey, help me with something real quick.
Who? Sorry.
I said, Derek, do you mind help me out with something real quick?
Oh yeah. What do you need?
Oh, over here. Out of
Yeah.
here. Away
And
from, away from.
I'll follow her.
Oh, we'll go with the
Everybody.
quiet, really.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just kind of screwing with Dean because that's not Dean.
It isn't. I figured after the. I keep in questions. I figured after the rough padding and the very heavily emphasis on, Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of like playing around with him a little bit and seeing how he reacts to the my different nature, and just see how that would like
Yeah.
if he'll start asking questions and wondering what's going on. It just
But he didn't.
more, and also yeah, no, he didn't. And so it's just it it just proving that he definitely isn't. I think that the real Dean is here in the school someplace actually.
All right.
So some point
Okay.
I'm gonna want to try to suss that out.
So
But
with that in mind, since we're gonna have to be around him a lot, how about we if one of us who isn't with him, one of us should always keep an eye out on him so he doesn't do something, but
on
if
this
he does
Dean,
anything,
yeah.
and then the other can
Hey,
go try to search.
hey, hey, Claire, can you roll me 2d6 in your magic stat?
Yeah.
Please.
Absolutely. 9.
Should pass, so you're pretty high up there, but still.
Continue.
Okay, did you pass? That's the question.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Never mind. You felt like Dean was going to go around the corner where you guys were talking, and you kind of like turn a different way and continue your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll settle down now. I don't want to have everybody at school think that something's up. But
I mean, if anything else, no, I knew you. I'm just trying to confirm. Roger that. I say we try to search for the real dean. One of us will always be around this one. I don't trust them. And
Yeah.
finish the search.
I won't let him out of my sight. That way if he goes to the bathroom, you're not like,
All right.
stuck.
So if that's the
So
case, I can use some of my little friends to go help see if we can find something later.
Mhm,
Find him.
mhm.
Since maybe he's related to the goo, maybe I can take him with me. Who
Um,
wants to go? Who wants to go explore the goo?
that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. Hey, I'll grab Dean and we'll and we can go talk to Nick about the goo. How's that sound?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And
unless there's
we might be
another
doing
thing that.
Is what else? What else is there? I mean, what else is there? What else can we do right now before homeroom? You know.
Yeah, might as well do something.
Okay.
All right.
About at the end of your conversation, Eddie arrives at the house, picks up because he's fast, picks up the viol, and then we'll get to the other chunk of the conversation. You'll probably arrive like when you enter the next scene, because that makes sense. So like you have your conversation. All right, so you round up Nick. You know where he is. He's out front gardening.
Yep.
He can
And I'm gonna
start
have
early.
I'm gonna have Eddie's backpack because I said I would keep an eye on it. So if Eddie comes roaring through again, I assume Eddie will like stop at the front gate anyway and see us again. So I'll have
Right.
the
So
backpack.
I think it's about the time where like you go, okay, we should go get Nick, and so you get
Mhm.
the dean and your cluster of people over to the front
Mhm.
again.
Mhm.
You go outside to meet Nick, and Eddie can basically at the gate with the viola.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious, right? They're standing around talking to Nick. There you go. And you have the viola now.
Yeah, I guess I'll just strut up with the viol, and say, "Long time no see," jokingly to Nick. "Long time no see, Nick."
He'll smile. He thinks it's funny.
Hey, Nick. By the way, I think this might be something of maybe something you're interested in or something you can help me with.
What do
Found
you
this.
got?
I found this strange substance. I don't know what to necessarily call it.
It looks, yeah, it's definitely organic looking. What is that? Like, it looks like a slug. It's gray. Is that the
So yeah,
color it came in?
some sort of a sludge, some sort of yeah. I'm not. Oh, that's the thing. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I figured maybe you've seen something like this around, or maybe I figured you're good at biology, so maybe something you've
Let's see.
seen in the book or something.
How long has that been in your backpack? It's been in. You've been walking up to Dean's. You waited around at Dean's, then you went to school, then you spent some time at school. So okay, it's defrosted partially at this point. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
probably
like a
yeah
sludge. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I could probably help you with that, but probably should go somewhere more scientific to work on that.
Yeah, what I mean was probably like a microscope. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
not. This is not my strong suit.
no, yeah. There's a science lab that we could use.
You wanna? Do you think you can help me with that?
Sure. So Nick does something that's actually kind of pretty normal. He walks up to the staff room, talks to like a biology teacher, one of the science teachers, and the science teacher just gives him the key, and then he comes out and he goes, "Okay, let's go use the science classroom."
Is it really that easy to get keys to the lab?
Oh, I talk to him all the time. We're pretty close. These Anyway,
Huh,
he just
that's
goes
good.
opens the door.
I guess that's what you get when you're a good student.
He literally is the kind of kid that stays after class to learn about plants. Like,
Yeah. No.
so why would the teacher even second guess? Why? Okay, he needs the key. Sure, whatever.
Mhm.
That's nice, neat.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's
Okay,
go find out what this is.
Well, hopefully we won't like damage or break anything. I have a good relationship with that guy, and you slide the door open. You can get him access to a microscope and stuff like that. He thinks for a moment, pulls over a Bunsen burner and a few other things. Just in case the experiment goes south. Think about it for a moment. Okay. So you want to look at what we've got here. Puts on a pair of gloves. What is that, first of all? Before I grab it, what is your suspicions of it?
I don't know. It's just like this slime that I don't know.
He's a pretty
I
sharp
just-
guy. He looks around at you guys. Okay, what am I dealing with here?
Sorry, out of character. I like woke up with it being on me, right?
Yes, it was like all over you.
Right. So I like I'm gonna tell him that I fell into I fell and then found it was on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he looks.
I think that it's trans-dimensional ooze.
Oh, that's exciting. He'll look.
You definitely want thick
Trans-dimensional
gloves.
ooze, huh? Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna wear the high chemical gloves. Then he reaches down.
Yeah,
He's gonna wear like regular kind of gloves, and then he goes, no. He pulls out something that looks like dish gloves, and he puts those on.
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You might want to
mean, it
have
was-
the other gloves on underneath those gloves too. Hey, while you
Hey.
guys are doing this, Dean, let's bring the viol back to Eric. So Dean and I will split.
Okay. Okay. So first he takes the sample out. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to use some activator, and he pulls some, like, little bottles out, and, okay, oh yeah, it's frozen, that makes sense, and he starts doing stuff to it, and unfreezes it mostly. Okay, he put the active sample on a slide. He does it the correct way, where he's, like, doing everything very precise, and the little beakers, and, not beakers, the little dropper, and, like, putting it on the slide, puts it under the microscope. Compared to what you did last night, Amos, he looks like he should have music playing behind him while he's doing this. Like, you had, like, he was like, okay, you got the camera and you got the light over you and you're like fuddling with it. He's like, everything is very specific, and and he puts it on the slide and he slides it over and adjusts it to the right setting. And then he looks into the microscope and looks first kind of shocked a little bit, then interested, then shocked again, then scribbles notes, then looks back at the microscope. Well, that is certainly unusual.
something. You see something interesting?
Well, you've got a multicellular organism in there. It's something equivalent to maybe like an amoeba, but I've never seen a structure like this. It's highly adaptive, and it seems like you could, I don't know, mold it, I suppose, if you had the will and know-how. I mean, scientifically, this is quite amazing. You could have leaps and bounds in like artificial tissue. You could, and he starts listing off the useful uses of something like this, and he goes, oh, "This is incredible. Where did you found this on you?"
Yeah, just kind of appeared. Yeah. It was a weird night,
I mean, people have
just one of
gotten
just one of
medals
those
for
nights.
stuff like this.
Sure, I
What?
mean, if you want to get a medal,
I mean, that wasn't my intent. It was to figure out what it is. You have quite a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying
it,
I'm
right?
not against it.
I was gonna plan on experimenting with it a bit, if that's all right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you can figure out, what exactly what it is, maybe
Okay.
see where it comes from, what kind of properties it has, like
Sure.
anything you can glimpse, maybe how to kill it, just in case,
How? Well, that's terrible. Why would you?
I mean,
It's alive. Like, it's a literal organism. I mean, he looks
right.
disappointed, and you'd want to kill this thing?
Oh well, it's like a moose. It's a moose is like is a living organism, but moose can also be terrifying, and sometimes you might.
I
need
would
to
I
kill
would
one.
never I would never kill a moose, but I get what you mean if you're being threatened by a moose.
It's just like keep your friends close and enemies closer. Always have a backup plan. You never know.
Oh, okay. He picks a. All right, so he's gonna start experimenting with it. Let's see. He puts it under. Let's see. What stuff does a regular science lab have? He tries light. So he goes, okay, let's put it under different types of light, and he starts running through a cycle. And okay, UV doesn't do much. Let's try. I don't know, high intensity. And the slide kind of like slides off from under the microscope and like lands on the floor. And you go, huh?
Wait,
Kinetic,
by-
a kinetic reaction. Interesting.
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean it slides?
Like he puts the high intensity light on top of the sample, and the sample like scurries. It can't scurry because it doesn't have legs, but like the slide moves away from that part of the table.
Right. So it like tries to get away from it.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. That's kind of wild.
Where's Dean right now? Is David and Dean are? No, sorry, David and Dean. Derek and Dean are busy going out and getting the viol back.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So I'm not there right now.
Okay. No, I just wanted
gonna-
to keep track of things. Go ahead, Claire.
I was like, I'll let you finish. Sorry, I'll let you.
Oh, that's
you tell
fine.
me it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty shocked about the whole thing, but like, it's not like horrified. More like I was expecting not it to move. You know, he put a light on it, and the slide danced across the table a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen amoebas be able to move a piece of glass. I'm just saying, just that's.
This is very unusual.
Okay, well, find out how to kill it is what I'm saying.
I
This is.
he feels like the more you say it that way, the more he looks upset. Like
Okay,
I'm
well, if
firmly-
that little amount on the glass right there can apply that much force. Imagine if it starts replicating.
Okay. Well, he'll try. All right. So first, he takes like a cup or something and he puts it over the slide, so it doesn't. It like it kind of captures it under the cup. And you go, oh well, it's not gonna move the cup. Let's see. What other things? Oh yeah. So we'll go to what Claire was gonna say because he's busy coming up with another plan for it.
Hey, I had a question above board.
Okay.
Was this the whole sample that you brought, or did you just bring a piece of what you had frozen?
No, I brought the whole thing.
Okay, all right, yeah. So you
I assume not the whole sample is under the microscope right now. I assume like.
No.
that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
I just wanted
That'd be.
to ask that question.
It would be incredibly wasteful as a scientist to put the entire sample under the microscope.
Yeah,
No,
you,
he's
you
little
physically couldn't
dropper,
either, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So I think Claire had something she wanted to say. I don't know if she's still here. Claire?
I'm still here. I just
Okay.
didn't want to make.
No,
noise.
it's fine. He's coming up with the next series of experiments for it. He's tried light and various forms of light. Go ahead.
I
So
was
other
going
people
to-
can talk while he's figuring this out.
All right. I actually would have gone off by myself. I was gonna see if I can try to find where the real Dean is.
Okay.
She's gonna spend the half an hour before class trying to at least. It's a big school. She's gonna start looking, and she'll use her time in between the day to figure it out.
Okay. So you basically hide somewhere, summon some servants, and then kind of distribute them in the school trying to look for Dean.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. But I will cut to Eddie next because I feel like it's been a long time. What have you been up to this whole time? You brought back the viol, but where were you going? Like, what were you doing? Oh, you're still muted. Sorry.
I brought back the viol. I think that Derek was bringing it, or with Derek and
Derek and
Dean.
Dean were gonna go and drop it off with Eric. Uh-oh. It's my connection?
I can hear
I,
you.
I lost connection entirely.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, is it my connection? Yeah. So the two Ds are moving the viola over to where Eric is. So what were
Great.
you up to during this time? You sitting in this? You were in the science lab with everybody else? Did you want to follow them? I don't know. I just wanted to figure out kind of where you were.
I was actually gonna roll on a I know what you did
Oh,
on
okay.
Phidias because I want to know more about Phidias and gather my notes on Phidias.
You know what you did? That's one of the skills,
It's
right?
on page 20. Yeah.
Thank you. Roll double check. That is apply. Everybody's using. Let's see. Page 20. Keep tabs on everyone. Friends and foes alike. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly valid. Good job. Yeah, go ahead. Rock
Great.
it.
That would be a 7.
Okay, we'll tell you something. Something interesting. Roll will make it useful. Something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. About Phidias. Hmm. Trying to think of the most useful thing that you could learn about Phidias, but it's still kind of vague, right? Um, while he talks a big talk, he doesn't seem to do any of the work himself. I don't know, take that for what you will, but if he was this all-powerful demon, why is he sending these teenagers to do his work, right?
Got it.
I'll let you ponder that for a while. Okay. All right. Oh, and on top of that, it is the fact that like, how is he getting in contact with them? But you can try and figure that out also. All right.
What do you mean? How is he getting in
Well,
contact with
if
him?
wherever he is, he's somehow influencing these kids, right? And
Yes.
you haven't seen like if Phidias was walking through the hallway, you guys would know. Okay, you guys are magically inclined people. If a demon was literally walking down the hallway talking to people, you guys would sense that.
Yes.
Okay. So there's something obvious there that it's like, well, great, but how is he doing it? You know?
Yes.
All right. So that's that. I'm gonna. Okay. So, oh yeah, but you didn't specify where you were because you said you're doing the skill. I get that. But are you in the lab? Are you on your own? Where are you?
Homeroom starting in what, like 15, 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. You're in homeroom.
Yep, I'm in homeroom, just
Okay.
taking notes.
Taking notes, thinking about pondering Phidias and how he does things, or why he does things. All right. Back to the lab. All right. Well, let's try fire next, I guess. Right? We tried light. We're gonna going down the spectrum of things. He doesn't feel good about doing things like by burning it and stuff like that, but he's not gonna not do it because it's the scientific method to go through the process. You know, it's learning. He goes, okay, yeah, and he pulls out the Bunsen burner and he puts a droplet on it, feels bad about it, and watches it smoke. Um, it goes up like real fast. Like this stuff ignites. Whoa. Well, that could be a problem. Anything created by this synthetic material would also be extremely flammable.
Flammable, you say, so it burns. That's good. That's good to know.
Again, he feels bad, but this is all science to him. It's like he's balancing it in his head. Every time you see him do a test, it's like he's weighing his ethical standards versus the scientific
Well,
need to know. It's like,
think about it. Think about it this way. You know, you know the white lab mice. You know, they have a statue to the white lab mice because of the sacrifices. You know, they're dying for science.
okay, so he will. The next thing he will do is he will put a dollop of, not a dollop, but like a droplet of it on something, and then he will get a like a some sort of small like hammer, like a rubber mallet or something, and he'll like tap at it, and he goes, "Huh." Hits it, reforms. Hits it, reforms. Oh, well. Uh, well, it's while it's not flame resistant, it is certainly durable. And he'll hit it, and the bubble will come back together. Huh. Uh, yeah, that's a thing. Apparently, physical trauma does almost nothing to this. It just sort of reforms.
How's that possible?
He'll laugh and go, "I don't know, magic." This doesn't follow scientific principle at all. It just sort of finds its genetic, it finds the next amoeba next to it and just refines with it. It shouldn't be possible doing the amount of space I've put between them. It's like magnets.
Like magnets, you say? Yeah, I can't explain those.
I can explain it as magnets, but then you're saying that it's an amoeba, but it's also magnetized, which is just wrong. It should not be both. It should be one or the other. It should be just a magnetized thing, or an amoeba. This is a magnetic amoeba that's flammable.
Well, I mean, you know, crazier things have happened, right?
Oh no, he's not disagreeing. He's saying that this operates on science mostly, and then also in magic. Okay, so physical properties. Then he thinks about it and he thinks about that. You have a jar of that, like a Tupperware of that, just sitting on the counter, huh? Hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe should put that away
Put that
somewhere.
probably put that in the freezer, probably.
Yeah, somewhere where it can't escape.
Okay. Yeah, freezing it's probably a good thing, for it stops the movement of the actual amoeba or the creature that this is. It's
Yeah, I
more
mean,
like more like a colony of them in a
yeah, but I
goop.
mean, if it's very durable, I'm assuming we can freeze it and then unfreeze it, and it's probably okay.
Yeah, no, that it doesn't seem to expire due to physical trauma, or
Fire.
the freezing didn't do anything really to it, except
Yeah.
obviously stop its motion. So we can
Yeah, I mean, so
probably freeze
it's
it pretty
just the fire.
safely.
Yeah. Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys find a lab freezer, and you kind of like stick the thing in it. He goes, "I'll just tell the teacher not to like touch that and just leave
Yeah,
it."
just say it's a science fair project. That's what I did.
He sees the paper. Oh, do you have the paper bag? You just like shove
Yeah,
it
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the bag.
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, I guess that'll work." Um, closes the freezer.
I'm gonna put his name on it.
Just puts his name on it. I would never write it that. He just looks at the way you wrote it on the bag, like, did you write it elegantly or did you just like scribble? You sounded like you just scribbled
No,
science fair
absolutely,
project.
absolutely not.
Okay, he looks at it and goes, "There's no way that they would think that was my science fair project. Hold on, let me get a different
Well,
bag."
Okay, sure.
He'll get a different bag and he'll neatly write science fair project and like almost like in
attention to
cursive,
detail.
and then yes, you've noticed that, have you? He writes his name underneath. Nicholas D. Wolfwood. Dot. And it closes the freezer. Okay. All right. Now what? Uh.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, sorry. I was talking to I'm actually gonna cut away from you guys. I'll go back to David. It's been a while. Um, Derek and Dean in brackets at this point. Derek and Dean go visit Eric in the music room to return the viol. Sure. He's happy to have his viol back. He looks at it. It doesn't look like you've done any serious damage. Like he does look inside, like you might have to get that polished or something, but like nothing too serious. He just sort of nods and thanks you for bringing it back.
Just so you know, Eric, at some point, we would definitely like to get together with you and maybe a few other people, just to kind of go over some stuff. Try to figure out who it is that's been doing this stuff to people, because it's got to stop. It can't. It's not cool what happened to you. And just to stay in touch and follow up. Make sure that you're good. Everything's good.
He nods. Everything's been fine so far.
Cool, man.
Obviously, he's
we're here
writing
for
these
you.
out. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, we're here for you. If you need anything, you reach out to us, and we'll be right there for you in any way we can. Right?
Yeah. He'll agree and to what you said, and he'll also say that like what's his name? Your friend has also Lewis. Yeah, Lewis has been helping him out as well, and you know, he understands like kind of like feeling very much like an outcast, so he's been helping. So
Yeah. No, Lewis is a good guy. And hey, if you remember anything, you have any like anything that comes to mind about whatever was going on, reach out to us. Keep us in the loop and on anything, and we'll do the same with you. We'll set up a time, hopefully soon, when we can all get together and grab some pizza and talk, and
oh, I
do
love the
that.
pizza there. Are we gonna go to Arkham?
Oh heck yeah, of course, of course. Come on, man. Where else would you go? I mean,
I
we're
love
gonna
the
go to
crusts.
we're gonna go to Domino's. We're gonna go to I mean, maybe Little Caesars if we had to, but no, Arkham.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
our
good.
spot. Yeah, and I'll I'll buy and I'll grab some cash someplace. He kind of looks at Dean and gives him a little jab. Yeah, all right, man. We'll get back to making beautiful noise, and I can't wait to hear more of it.
Okay.
You pat him on the back. Yeah. So, hey, Dean, you want to? If we stop in at the little boy's room.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there in a while, so it's to check on things, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah. Let's head.
It's my
To
secret base.
your your fortress of solitude. And I'm gonna kind of like let him lead the way. I mean, I feel like I know he knows the
Oh
way,
yeah, he
but I'm
knows the
not.
way. He is Dean, so he
Mhm,
knows the way. He'll go inside.
mhm.
Oh, so is there something you need to talk to me in secret? I mean, as
No, I
friends.
mean, I need to take a piss.
Oh,
Like he like goes over and while I'm standing there, I've got the backpack on, and I just kind of think, what the hell is this thing that's in my backpack? And so I'm actually going to try to do a glimpse of the truth on this thing as I'm standing here, dick in hand.
how are you?
I
What the
don't
fuck?
know.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna
Glimpse the
roll
truth. Yeah, okay.
a glimpse the truth. And this could go horribly, horribly bad. But I'm not doing a wish, so let's see.
What it?
Let's see.
What terror?
Oh my goodness! It could have gotten worse. That is a 2. I don't even remember
Okay.
what glimpse the truth is tied to.
Well, hold on. I gotta figure out how this exactly works.
Mental. So it's probably like a 3, but it's a fail.
No, I
And
know.
so
This is so good. Okay. So,
you uncover if you get on a 6 or less, I assume you uncover a dark truth about yourself, the situation, or another character. So yeah, go
well,
for it.
dark truth about yourself as a character.
I'm actually really glad that I failed that because now I'm at 12 and I'll be able to buy the thing I needed to buy.
Okay. So you discover a dark truth. Yeah, the thing is about Glimpse of Truth, it's specific, so it's not like I get GM moves. It has to be one of those things that you mentioned. So I'm gonna think of it the way how this would work. Okay. The dark truth that you discover while apparently using the restroom, you're thinking about the gem and what the gem means and all this other thing, and you go, but I mean, does it matter? Does it really matter? I mean, he's a demon, right? I could get anything I wanted. Like, I've always wanted. I've had a rough life, right? I'm in a foster home. Things are pretty bad. Like, but I could get anything. You
Hmm.
know, it's like I could even ask him to spare Claire, and we could just move away from all this. You know what I mean? We could just live far away from this. And then you like shudder for a second. You're like, and then you felt like it almost came from the mirror. Like you're like, so like he's trying to influence you from wherever that is. You're like, okay, yeah. Zip this all up. You felt like a
So
vibration.
so the energy almost like comes from the mirror
Yeah, a
um
little bit. But
to attack
but you
me. Like,
But like it seems like you know how you when you said you were in close proximity, you were like thinking about it, and then you had this dark thought, and then it's like you almost felt like a symbiosis with the mirror, and it like, vibrated a little bit.
hmm hmm Yeah, I mean not like it like was like a leash or anything, but like I kind of just like kind of throw a glance over my shoulder and I'm looking right at the mirror and I have that feeling that like that it's coming from there and that
Right.
thought runs back through my mind of why don't I just throw the thing back through the mirror?
You
No,
could do that. I'm not stopping you.
no,
I'm
no.
not saying it's good or
Well,
bad.
no. I literally had thought about doing that before, and since the darkness is coming from there anyway, then maybe that's where it belongs. But I and so I kind of like I finish up and I go over and I stand at that mirror and I'm washing my hands and I'm like,
You
Dean, do you have
do.
any idea
You got
any
it.
idea where this thing goes?
Yes, Dean.
Yeah,
Dean's like I don't know. When you put your hand through it, you said it was like cold and dark over there. You didn't. I suppose it's cold and dark. I don't know where that is.
yeah. So I was kind of wondering, I got I got this like this gem in here and I kind of need to get rid of it. What do you think about tossing it in?
Didn't Nick say something like, "What if there's life over there? Like, what if there's some sort of animal life and it bonds to it, or something like that?" I was there during when he was talking about that.
Yeah.
Didn't we agree that that wasn't a good idea?
Well, but I mean, whatever is on the other side of it, if it is, cold and probably terrifying, the animal life that's over there probably is not like the nicest animal life. It's not like, bunnies and teddy bears and shit. It's probably something bad. So, I mean, you're not wrong. Maybe it'll attach to something that's already bad and become worse, and crawl its way back through. So that's not maybe the great idea. I don't know, just kind of spitballing. But uh, I'd like to get rid of this damn thing. I'd like to blow it up.
Oh, just so you know, when you had those thoughts, you like I know like you brush it off like after you thought those things, but then like it
Hmm.
still has a lingering effect. Like you maybe because the gem's on you, maybe because of that, but you still feel like no, I had those
Hmm.
thoughts, but that was wrong, but they do
Hmm.
exist, you know?
Well, I mean, even when Phineas said it to Derek in the dream,
Yeah.
he kind of was like, do I want to do that? Do I want to pretend to do that? How do I play that? And so now he's kind of like rethinking that. Do I want to try to like fool this guy? If I'm thinking this, does he know it? Do I want to just, take my friends and split and just watch the world burn. Yeah, like those thoughts are definitely
Okay.
running through his mind. And so he's thinking about it, but he's burying that for right now because it's like if I get rid of the gem, then the thoughts might go away, and a bigger problem might crop up. So he's kind of just like. And again, he's also just kind of like playing with fake Dean in a sense.
Okay.
And you know what though? I gotta do hold on. And he's gonna step into one of the toilets this time, and I'm gonna change forms,
Okay.
and I'm gonna reach out and try to figure out where real Dean is. And I'm also gonna reach out to everybody else and be like, hey everybody, just try to figure out where real Dean is.
Okay.
That way everybody else can know as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of sorting here. One,
Mhm.
the group that was in the science lab, he's put the thing in the freezer. He's given the keys back to the guy, to the teacher and the staff lounge, and he's headed to homeroom. So there, you guys, I assume that group is arriving at homeroom. Eddie was already there, so he just sees the rest of the party file in, excluding Derek and Dean. So that's what's been going on in the background. At about that time-wise, you do what you're going to do.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to sort that all out before you had more conversation. Okay.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, make sure we're all in the same moment.
Yeah, because technically you're playing around in the bathroom, him contemplating the thing, and all that are all simultaneous. And now it's like, okay, now the group re-meets up, and then a few moments later your phone call kicks in.
Yeah, and Claire is also out looking for real Dean as well.
Right, but they said that they were doing things between classes and things. At least I don't think they're skipping class right now. I think they went out, they summoned some spiders, and then went back into the room. At least that's
Okay,
what I
all
was
right.
getting at, right? Claire? Yeah? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
All
So
right.
you basically dodged out of the way, put some spiders out on the case, and went back in the room. Okay, so
Yep, and I'll
everybody is
check
in
on
the
the
room.
room.
Yep. And everybody's in the room except for. Sorry, I got you off. Everybody's in the room except for Derek and Dean. So Dean being missing is not crazy. Derek being missing is a little odd, but that's fine.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead,
Yeah,
Derek.
but hey everybody, just I figured I'd pop into a private spot and reach out to everybody and see if we can't figure out where uh, real Dean is. Um, can I sense where he actually is in the school?
Yeah, but you're gonna be playing hot and cold through the building looking for him. You
Hmm.
know he's like you're doing like a mental map. He's like, okay, he's like north from here, but where
Hmm.
exactly you don't know. You don't see Dean. You just know where he is, hot and
Hmm.
cold wise.
All right. Can because I'm doing that. Can anybody else? But everybody else is all in the same room. Even Eddie. I didn't know if Eddie went to homeroom.
Eddie was in homeroom like the whole time. Eddie like
Okay.
dropped off the thing and then went to homeroom, as far as I
Well,
know.
so what I'm saying is like I'm in this bathroom. Eddie's here, and then the other two are in or at least close to where the science lab is,
That's
or
why I
they're
did the
like.
cleanup first. They're
Oh,
actually
okay. Oh,
everybody's in
so
the
they're.
homeroom except for you
Oh,
two.
okay. Um, okay. So I'm here and they're there.
Yes.
Can we use that to kind of at least begin to pinpoint a little bit more directly? Like, is if he's north, is that where the
You're the
is that where
only
the
one
is
that
that where the
senses. You're the only one that directly senses Dean's
okay
location because
okay
you're the one with the power. They don't have that
okay
power.
okay? But can I in a sense kind of like okay, I know that they're there. Can that help me? Okay, he's north. Is that like
Ah,
is that the gym
I
kind of
see what
like
you're saying. Like we can walk around. We
you're,
can walk around
you're using
and
them as your other part of the compass. Got it. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
yes.
If we're like the same
Yeah.
distance, you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I'm triangulating almost like how you would a cell
Yeah,
phone tower.
yeah.
Okay. The people in the classroom are not near Dean. They are to the south. He is to the north.
Okay. And
Well, we
do
would
I
have to
know
leave the room.
what? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do that right now. Don't. We can. I can do this again when I get closer to whatever it is north. Do I actually know what is north? Like, is he north so I should have at least some kind of a distance as well. I mean, I can reread the skill. But is that like, is he north of the school, or is he on the north side, a
He's on the
northern building,
north
a northern
side
building?
of a school.
Okay.
Also, is he moving?
No, he could tell that. You could ask him, is he
Mhm,
moving? And he could say, no, the beacon is in the same spot.
Yeah, cool. All right. Cool. What building would be over there? Is that like the gym? Is that like
Okay.
an outbuilding?
Let me think.
And we've
So
been around this school enough times to have a general idea of.
that section. Now I'm gonna have to build a whole school map at this point. That section is up near where the clubs area is, so more towards where the newspaper office is, in the older wing of the school.
All right. Cool. Let's tell you what, I'll be back to homeroom. Dean and I are gonna come back to homeroom now, and we'll figure out a plan for maybe in between the next period to go find him or something. So I'm gonna drop form. All right, Dean, come on, let's head back to homeroom before we get don't want to be late. You know, you have such a good attendance record, and I want to just start like hustling back toward homeroom.
Okay. Let's see, homeroom. Let me do my thing for that. I really need to transfer this to the other document. Here we go. All right, so homeroom is no. So I'm just gonna go through each of the classes in order. Tell me if you're doing anything funny or interesting, and then we'll get to the next break. But otherwise, it's gonna go homeroom, then history, then science, then math, and then lunch is the first break.
Okay. In homeroom, I would probably say, do you guys want to try to dip out of a class to go find him, or do you want to just wait until lunch and do it then?
I'm already on the case. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Are you sending this all psychically, or are you talking to each
No,
other?
no. I'm in homeroom now. I'm in homeroom now.
But you're talking to the group in general and saying this, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not necessarily those words, but I'd be like, do we want to?
Find who? Who are we finding?
Yeah. Other me.
Yeah. We gotta find him. The one who's acting like Claire.
Yeah.
Ask him a question.
Oh,
No,
okay.
don't worry about it. I'll find them later. I'm already
All right, yeah,
I have
I'll
an idea where they
definitely help you guys out. No problem.
Of course.
Oh, cool.
You're a
Yeah,
friend.
we definitely.
Absolutely. I
Of course we're
wouldn't
gonna.
expect anything
Oh,
less.
good.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
gonna go over well.
I have a bunch of friends, and we'll find them. And
Well, just to let you know, he's north of here, so that if you can get them to move in that direction, then we'll where they go and where they've been, so that we can just begin ruling areas out.
I'm just like I have oh, I have an idea. Don't worry about it. Oh, we'll figure it out. I got it handled.
Is Claire yawning or are you yawning?
Claire is yawning.
Okay.
She's
We didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
She's also
No,
controlling
we're up.
multiple spiders probably while sitting in homeroom, like scouring the building.
She's tired.
Yeah. Well, just
Alright.
so you're not wasting their time, you move them toward the club's wing of the school to the north. Possibly even the newspaper office, and we could use that as like a, hey, we got to run to the newspaper office and do a thing, Amos. But we can wait till lunch. You really want to just wait till lunch?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I mean, personally, I would do it now, just because don't want to leave my.
Don't worry. Just relax. We got it.
Yeah, we could find her friend later on. We can just wait
find
till
it
lunch,
later.
right? I'm pretty hungry, to be
We
honest.
can wait till lunch. Don't worry about it. I'm hungry.
You're
Actually,
always hungry.
I thought I was playing Deed pretty good, actually.
I
Okay.
start making a little dance and then think, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Mom had leftover eggs this morning and it wasn't the best. I told her to throw it out. I'll be right back. Maybe a little bit.
Ugh. Sorry,
I,
buddy.
just remind me not to eat eggs from my mom ever again. She's a horrible cook.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, I
All
go
right.
up to the. Oh, sorry.
Do you go up to the homeroom teacher?
It's like, Miss, I gotta go to the bathroom, but I
Uh,
can't hold it. This is an
You know,
emergency.
Miss Nomura, I gotta use the bathroom. No, Miss Nomura looks at you and goes, okay, yeah, fine. Uh, hmm. Not it like doesn't even question you, just says yeah, fine, and just sort of like does this thing. You go ahead.
I go to the
And he
bathroom.
gets a little bit less. Okay.
I got a question. What's just the bathroom like? Is there any like bathrooms like that like single stall like like a closet?
Which is the best bathroom? Is that what you're saying?
I'm looking for a bathroom that was specifically like back in the like those bathrooms that's just like one toilet and just open door, closed door. It's like a closet, not
Yeah.
multiple stalls. I'm looking for that.
Okay. There is like a staff bathroom basically. You want to go in there?
I'll try my chances.
Okay. So he's uh let's see. Just oh man, you're gonna be walking around as your normal you. Make like a 2d6 physical, like because you're like sneaking around, right? It's not where you're supposed to be.
Let's go. Okay.
It- Dun 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 dun.
8.
That's still a success. It's a little nerve-wracking, but you managed to sneak yourself into like a staff bathroom.
All right. Close lock, and spider farm and guys, move, move, move. Also, have you found anything?
Uh, well, some of them tell you because you didn't have any orders. Like they had orders to like look for Dean, but like some of them are like, yeah, we think that there's traces of him down here. One of them found a bit of a sandwich and was really excited. Uh, you know,
That's
like
fine.
things like that. Um, but now
Anything
you've
out of
given
the
them more strict orders. They're gonna head in that direction.
Did any of them find anything out of the ordinary besides that?
I mean, you knew that there was another you. That's not an out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary.
Like something that the mysterious or weird happening around school that the spiders might have happened to come across that wasn't a part of the thing that she would have known about. It's okay if they find nothing.
No, I know. I'm just thinking about what could have occurred within that time. I'm doing the mental map in my head, and it is a very large map. All right, so they go up to the north. Goes to the west. You're going from the staff room. Yes, fair. One of your let me think about how this would be phrased. One of your spider critters noticed an ornate mirror as one of the rooms it scattered through.
Ooh, where?
It was in one of the staff rooms. It doesn't have time to really look up and be like, which room is this? It just sort of was scuttling along the floor and saw this weird ornate mirror on the floor.
Oh, that's Thank you. That's useful. That is actually useful information.
You said, what is weird and unusual? That a weird ornate mirror is unusual.
It is. All right. So she sends them up, and then she comes back from the bathroom.
Okay. That's that. What's everybody else doing? Just enjoying homeroom and then we're moving on with the day?
That's the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till lunch apparently.
Time passes and Claire is in the bathroom.
Wait.
Okay,
That's
Amos.
not what I'm doing.
Okay.
As soon as Homer ends, I'm gonna go to the north and try to look for Dean.
Okay, as soon as homeroom ends, is that what you're saying?
Because I'm not gonna be able to get the bathroom pass.
Alright.
There's only one bathroom pass, you know.
Oh my god. Alright.
Do you want company in doing that?
Well, no. Well, I thought you were gonna do the thing with the
You guys have bowel issues. You're gonna work.
thing, you know.
You mean transform again and try to Well, because if we go to the newspaper office, we'll have enough privacy where I can do it again and
I'm
get
saying,
a.
yeah, and I'm saying I was gonna try to be your triangulation post, you know.
Yeah, I
Also,
think
you
if I
know,
get
just a set of eyes.
if I'm close enough to him, then I think it'll end up working. Yeah, I mean we can run over there and pop into the newspaper office. Worst case scenario, we just bring some stuff back with us as a cover and be like, oh, we were trying to we're trying to crunch out a story right now, and and take the heat if we had to. That makes sense.
It was yeah, and I could
I
come
mean,
with you. I could get out of history class. It'd be
um,
But
well, I mean, I was planning on cutting, but I know I kind of figured you would stay with Derek while he's doing the.
yeah, but I'd have to pop into a bathroom anyway, so it gets
I'm saying maybe do you want Dean to come with you,
um yeah, I don't see why it would be a problem. If
or with me?
I mean, no, the three of us would go together.
Oh, okay, so yeah, sure. I know.
Yeah,
I'm just anxious. I just want to get out there and start looking.
yeah. I
I,
mean,
I'm,
I'd like to find
very concerned about my friends.
Al Jazeera. What's his name again? Other Claire. Yeah, I really want to find, and I keep like kind of like looking over at
you
Dean.
keep
I want
trying
to
to keep
find
that
other Claire.
cover story going. Okay.
Yeah.
Have I returned back at this point?
Yeah, I'm sure by now. It's like
Right.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Okay, no, it's no problem. So it's getting near the end of homeroom. So what is the plan? You guys are gonna in a huddle just basically rush for the newspaper office? Is that what we're going with?
At least the three of us. Eddie, are you just gonna head to history class and we'll meet you there?
I mean, if someone specifically asks me if I would like to, or if they need me to like help join the search, I will. But it's gonna look weird if we just keep all ditching. So I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want
Well,
to do that.
You can only get so many
you can
bathroom
also.
passes before it says looking weird.
I mean, I know you can also literally be there in a flash
Yeah,
if
yeah. Like I'll be like I mean, someone. I don't. It's weird because you can't talk. If you're not transformed to us, but I'm
mhm.
keeping just keeping my mind open. If someone needs me, I'm there. Just trying to
Yeah.
focus on school.
Well, I think also what you could get to history. You and Claire could get to history and let them know that we have a story crunch going on with the newspaper. So we just wanted to grab something from the newspaper office. So we might be a minute or two late. So that kind of helps to cover us as far as that. If we end up running into problems, then we're going to be a lot later. But we'll let you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, if someone
personally,
asks me where you're at, I cover you for you. That's fine.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
just don't mind cutting class in general. So
I get that. No, that's fine. But at least we have that like the cover story going. And like
sure,
we're at the
just
newspaper office.
yeah,
So
it's
at
just
least it
I
kind of
finding my friends is way more important to me than class.
absolutely yeah. But I just want to I'm just kind of trying to keep everything
At least
keep the
try to
story
have a story, sure.
at least have a story and keep everything clean as much as we possibly can. That's all.
Okay.
Wow, you guys are really attached to this lizard man.
Yeah, no,
He's my
he's
friend.
Oh,
he's
okay.
really become important to what's going on right now.
Oh,
He's
good.
he's our contact with
He's
them.
he's a he's a good friend of
Come on,
mine.
man. You know
Yeah,
other player.
Yeah.
He's great.
but you knew
Yes.
that, right?
What's up?
You would have known that.
Oh yeah, no, I know. He knows you guys are close. He goes, wow, you guys are you really putting it out there just for the lizard guy. That's really nice of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
Yeah.
moving
Yeah,
forward as a
that's
group.
what we do. That's what we
same.
do for our friends.
Yeah,
We help him out.
Okay.
of course.
Always there for them.
Okay.
Oh, hey, real quick recap Amos, what happened with the science lab? What was going on?
Well, it seems to be some sort of a crazy, crazy material. I mean, Nick is, really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly just wanted to know how to kill it with fire, apparently. So that's good to know.
Oh, is it explosive?
Kill it with fire sounds like
Yeah,
a-
it burns real hard, real fast. But it also seems to
That-
have all sorts of magical and physical properties that science
Maybe
can't
we could
explain yet. Something
maybe
about
we could kill
magnets.
maybe we could kill two birds with one stone. What do you guys? So I was kind of thinking about getting rid of this and attack the bag, by
Oh,
tossing it through that mirror. But I don't want to just like have it end up in the wrong hands on the other side of the mirror. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
are you just trying to destroy it, or
Yes and no. I don't know.
because
So if
I thought I knew where you were going with this, because we can just slather it with a bunch of that jelly and
uh-huh,
give it a little spark.
light the bag on fire and toss it through the mirror, and it's gone.
That's
The
not what
goo is
I was
gone,
thinking, but
and
I could.
it's in a different dimension, so nobody has to know about it.
Um, I
I mean,
mean,
we can put a pin in that for now, but if this thing's causing me problems.
interdimensional terrorism is kind of not really my vibe, you know.
Me neither. I don't like it.
I thought it was kind of hot. All right.
Yeah, that says a lot about you.
Well, I mean, the dimension that we're, potentially terrorizing is probably pretty terrible. So
I
I
mean,
don't
we
know.
don't know that though. It's like
Yeah,
if
so
someone from that
I-
side would have
we'll throw a bomb in there just to make sure that just to keep him down.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I put my hand in there and it was pretty cold. So, cold and how did I describe it? It was like cold and
Cold. It like you put it in like a deep cave. Like that's what it was like. It was like cold and clammy and awful
empty.
and empty.
Yeah, I mean, cold, clammy, and empty. I don't think I'm bothering anybody. But
I mean, if you don't want
again,
to hold on to it, I could hold on to it for you.
worst,
Well,
I don't want to do that to you.
what happens if we just blow it up in this dimension?
No, we're not blowing up
Yeah.
things. Stop the.
A big
Guys.
explosion. We saw that before. That just supercharge it. Boom. That's it. That's how it works. It happened
People would get
before.
hurt. And
Yeah, literally what happened before, and now we're down a gazebo.
I like that gazebo.
What if we
I
get
know, it's
what if we
insane.
get a bigger fish?
What the
I don't understand what type of
Bigger
fish.
bomb.
Fish?
A bigger bomb? I don't know.
Guys, we're not like into. I don't think blowing it. We don't even know what would happen if blowing up would even do anything.
Well, there's only
But
one way to
again,
find out. So
we know that the one from Linda, when it blew up, its energy tried to attack the sigil. So that's again one of the reasons why if we did it through the mirror, it would be less. Anyway, it's a plan B. That's all. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with it. Otherwise,
If it's too much for you to hold and handle, I'm sorry. Like Derek, lean on me. I can hold on for you. We can take turns.
I might take you up on that. I'll carry it around for today.
How do I get a picture of you getting like a whisper in your ear, like she just wants it for herself. She wants the power.
He looks like when she genuinely gives you a genuine smile, like as for like her as her best friend.
I'm just saying he's
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I
That
think
was
it's
my
just
bad.
no, that's okay. I think it's just really kind of bad news. That's all. I don't want to do that to you, but I might take you up on it. I don't know. Let's just worry about finding our friend, and then we'll deal with this at the end of the day. How's that?
Claire gives you an unreadable look, but then smiles like, okay.
All right.
But,
don't trust his lies.
Don't trust.
You're
I'm
all
just
against
saying-
each other.
I'm just saying he's walking around with a evil something or other in his bag, and he's it's not like it stopped gathering because apparently it was in his closet gathering, right? So he's like walking
Mhm.
around with this pretty much evil radioactive rock, only preventing it from it has like a piece of lead between him and it, but that's about it,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, not really protecting anybody else.
Yeah, not protecting it. She's just lying. She just wants you, you know.
Yeah. Eddie, what do you think? You've been quiet on this whole thing. What do you think we should do with it?
Am I even there?
You're here. Oh no, we're in homeroom still.
Are you, or did you leave to go
No,
searching?
no, I wanted to. I apologize. I said before we I said before homeroom ends, I wanted to talk about the stone.
Okay, okay.
Sorry about that.
Yes. Well, it's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
That's for certain. We saw what happened when it gets supercharged, so I'm assuming this is just an assumption, but I'm assuming it's going to build up energy until it eventually overflows.
Mm-hmm.
So whether we deal with it now or like tomorrow, we're gonna have to deal with it sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just put
Yeah.
it in a bank vault like we were going to,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously it's changing.
Yeah.
It's not inert.
And it's gonna mess with anyone who it can reach out to. Wait a second. So after we defeated Nick, bad energy ran out of the forest and tried to hit the sigil. And Amos, you defended the sigil with like some happiness hammer or something like that. Am I remembering that
Wow.
correctly?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The power of friendship,
Power of friendship.
I have it somewhere here. Hold on. It's
like out of a TV show.
the real name is much more powerful than that. Hold on. Fuck. Ah. Sorry. Too many tabs.
I'm gonna roll a glimpse of the truth if that's okay.
Yes. Oh wait. Wow. It is called the happiness hammer. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm surprised I
I thought you
remember
were
that.
being I thought you were being facetious.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Okay. So maybe we could just at some point hit it with that. Or like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. Down anytime, any place.
yeah, I mean, like maybe after school we just go take baseball practice in a sense and see if we can just destroy it with some. We should just like love it to death and then hit it with the hammer.
Do we have to wait till after school though?
Well, because we have to transform.
I can try glimpsing into the.
Yeah,
I think
I want to
Eddie was
roll a
about to
glimpse
do
of
that
the
too.
truth, and also, I don't know. I guess after that, I would like to see if I can talk to Peacekeeper. Maybe I know Peacekeeper's busy right now, but Peacekeeper later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll do the roll first, and then we'll worry about talking to Peacekeeper.
Do you want to do like a? Is that something that you can team up on if Claire wants to do it and Eddie wants to do it?
I think any roll except for the roll where you're involving Toby is technically a roll that you can do together. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
think we can roll on that together. We can do this together.
We can.
You should just look for the one that says mental. I think because I think it's mental, isn't it?
I
Let me
can.
look.
Yeah, so you can do this? No. Two heads are better than one.
There you go. Yeah, but the problem is if somehow that roll fails, everyone will take the
That's
downside.
okay. What could possibly go wrong?
Wrong.
Yeah.
I got this. I've been rolling hot shit today, guys. This is awesome.
There's only one person rolling, and it's Eddie. So.
Oh, Eddie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you just give a flat bonus up to 3. So if everybody helps, Dean helps, but it doesn't give a bonus. We'll just say anyway.
Yeah.
Just a
negative. Dean actually gives a negative.
Gives a negative. I
try to peer into
I mean, it's still Dean, right? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, but it's still a 3 bonus, so it doesn't really matter. It's only a top 3, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Claire's gonna help.
That way, because if we did it as more than 3 bonus, every roll would just be, come on, guys, we can do this, and +5, like plus a whole die.
But
All
then
right,
we would
yeah,
never
so
advance.
that's a 10 in total.
Okay. What was the glimpse of the truth about exactly?
I mean,
Next.
I want to phrase it, it's hard to.
No, I know. So, all right, well, with a 10, it's a high success. Um, just tell me what the question is, and I'll see how like it could be phrased because it's got to, like I said, it could. Some of these do not fit the situation quite the right
Right.
way.
Like, I guess what's the expected outcome of this gathering energy? Like, is it dangerous now, or is it dangerous in like 4 days, or like what are we dealing with here?
Okay. The what are we dealing with here is a very glimpse of the truth kind of thing. You. It seems like this is a multi-step process, right? You have these gems which gather up some sort of negative force, and then that negative force is transferred at the sigils so that they get damaged. So you would think that these are all being released early because you think you're a person who works with electronics. The capacity for the gem is much higher than the amount of energy that are in them. So what is happening is they're being used early or not used right. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So as for timing of it, these are supposed to be meant for much later. At least that's the impression you get. It's more of a
So,
supposed to be a gradual thing.
Is supposed to be or is
It is supposed to be a gradual build up in them, and then they're supposed to be released at a specific time. It's rather than the way that they're being used because people keep interrupting.
okay, okay. So it's supposed to slowly gather. So we have maybe what, like some time here, like a
Rough,
week?
roughly maybe a week or two, somewhere in that range.
Okay. Yep.
Um. Oh, okay. Now you get to do another mental roll because now you're going. Okay, what's in like a week or two, right? That's the next logical step. So
Yes. Absolutely. All right. Well, careful here. That is a 10.
okay, you do a little math. You go okay, and then you kind of almost do the thing where you like hit yourself in the forehead, and it's like that kind of thing where it's like okay, 2 weeks from now, October, and you go oh god. You look at the calendar and you go yeah, of course, when the veil is the thinnest, right? And you look at the thing and you look down and you go oh, and then you come up with a rough time somewhere around Halloween. Yeah, is
Oh.
where it yeah, no study, you know. It just feels like
Nice.
yeah, it's like oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's so cliche. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's so cliche, but it makes the most sense. So you're like, okay, so around Halloween, but
How,
then um, the exact timing is going to be hard. But you can say that somewhere it's definitely Halloween.
That's good. Okay. Can work with that.
incredible. Is that just like a hunch? That's crazy.
Well, it's more like you go, okay, this is the capacity of the object. They're not reaching full capacity. Well, when would they reach full capacity? Oh, this time. Okay. Well, what's within that time that makes the most sense if you're a demon? Oh, okay, Halloween, you know.
So
And so
what
it's not really much of a hunch. It's more like, okay, what pieces fit here? Like
so when is Halloween from now?
So we're on the 18th or the 17th?
I think it's the 17th.
We have some time. Not much, but I can try. I'm gonna see if I can do some research figuring out how we can safely destroy this gem without releasing the energy that's inside. Safely putting the energy somewhere that won't explode or destroy a gazebo or use up. And we're not using a bomb
Or damage the
yet.
sigils or
Well,
something.
remember, so that's why, I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but that's, his happiness hammer is what stopped it, and it's pure, it's not enough pure evil. It's like pure hatred and and anger and malice. So if we can, uh, use like really positive energy, if we just surround it with really positive energy, then it can't absorb our the energy it wants, and maybe that will actually destroy it without having it explode.
You want to
Oh,
jam it. You want to jam it?
Yeah, yeah, just like jam it,
close.
like
Yeah.
just like basically like love it and show it kindness and be really like sappy, sincere to it, um, and
You know,
maybe that will actually. Sorry, Amos.
I'm kind of starting hearing all that. I'm kind of starting to come around to the whole what do you call it? YOLO it into the other dimension idea.
Oh, I want to do more research, guys.
Yeah, well, I'll ask Peacekeeper tonight. It seems like we have some time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can probably stand holding on to it one more night, and if it takes longer, then I may ask someone else to keep an eye on it.
Hot potato.
Uh,
Hot potato.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah,
who's gonna cradle the little baby?
uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that little baby! Hi, little baby.
Oh no. Kitty, it's a
Claire turned into a
Nope,
kitty.
there. Suddenly,
Um,
Claire's actually other form is just a cat.
yeah. Um. Well, anyway, I gotta be getting close to the end of homeroom. Let's the three of us get out of here and make a break for the club's area and see if we can't figure out where uh other Claire is. And he looks at Dean again, kind of suspiciously.
I mean, I was gonna be meeting up with him to practice more language, but
Okay.
I mean, we were always gonna meet up with him later, but I
Well,
mean, you guys can sit on it on if you'd like.
I'm kind of like looking at you like, so above the table, we've been saying that we're looking for other Claire as like a as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a dodge to say that we're actually looking for real Dean, but
Yeah.
we don't want to say that we're looking for real Dean in front of fake Dean because he's
Oh
getting
no,
confused.
Claire understands that.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I apologize. Yeah.
So
So
far, you guys have managed to evade Dean, because Dean isn't. I'm not gonna say dumb. I'm gonna say a deep thinker. So you're
mhm,
probably been
mhm.
like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna talk to Claire. Well, that makes sense, and just sort of like been sort of like brushing it off while doing other stuff.
Alsgareth has
Mhm,
something important to say.
Oh, okay.
mhm, mhm,
Meanwhile, Alsgrif is like looking around like, who's talking about me?
mhm, mhm. Yeah, my ears are burning.
So,
Um, wait, lizard people
I
don't have
don't
ears.
understand.
Yeah. So, can we move in that direction and at least get to the newspaper office where I can change? Because I know we only have a few minutes left, and
No, I know.
we don't want to find real Dean until Zepho's back, because then it gets
Um,
confusing.
yeah, we'll go to the newspaper office. That's fine.
Hmm.
So you guys take off for the newspaper office. Amos, Dean, Derek, and Claire, and nothing seems unusual about like on the way up.
Hmm.
You get there, unpack stuff.
Get inside,
I,
close the door, and I'm gonna
I'm
transform.
just trying to think if your friend is there or if he's in he doesn't skip classes. Doesn't make sense for him.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so now you're there and you change forms. You do that. It is coming from your left, probably like a few rooms away.
Hmm. He's like right over here. Um, but why don't you, hey, Amos, go out to the left and just like keep going to each door, and I'll just keep bouncing off of you until we know which room it is.
Okay, makes sure. I'm gonna walk out and do that.
So you walk to the first room. It's like just kind of like disused club room. Nothing really good there. You walk by another room where they're doing like calligraphy and like arty kind of stuff. You're like, no, that's not it. And you keep going down the hallway, and eventually, you reach a door, and it says Literature Club on the door.
And it feels like that's where it's coming from.
There's a literature club.
There's a literature club. It's a writing and literature. Yeah, it's just writing and reading and stuff like that, and poetry.
Gotcha.
Can I sense, because he's standing at that door, that's where Dean is?
Yes, relatively to him, that's the spot where you would think Dean is, in that room.
All right. Okay. All right. He's got to be in that room. See if it's unlocked.
Sure, I'll just pull the handle.
Clink, 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 clink. Yeah, of course it's locked.
All right. I'm gonna drop form. And I'm gonna come on, let's go. And we're gonna head out of the newspaper office. Lock. Well, I mean, unless everybody's bringing their stuff. I'll go over there and I will unlock it.
Okay.
How do you do that?
He has a talent that lets him do it. Are
Yep.
you? Yep. It's basically a magic power that he uses. He can pretty much he has a spell that basically unlocks things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my wish. It's my wish
so
spell.
Useful.
It's multi. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's multi.
Oh yeah, right. He's hoping that it succeeds. He doesn't have to take damage.
Yeah.
Has
No.
it
Actually,
failed at
I
all
am.
yet?
I am actually taking some damage because that does.
Does that just let you re-roll, or do you have to like?
Yeah. I can.
Just
I'll read it if you want me to.
No. I know. I know that it lets you basically take damage and then allows you to re-roll it. But basically, you see him like doing a thing to the lock, and then he like gets and then he tries it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty beat up right now. I'm not looking so hot.
You already took you've taken like a little bit of damage here and there.
Hey,
Like
we
3. I
can
just took another 3 damage. Yeah.
take a break.
Oh, there it is. That's
What?
a 12, so it's a 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
You fiddle with the lock. It is unlocked. Now
Mhm.
what?
I'm gonna open the door, like just still kind of kneeling at the door. I'm just gonna kind of
Physical, and 2d6, please.
okay.
I mean,
That is a 7.
Okay, so let me look at.
Does it feel like there's something like behind the door? Is that
Yeah, that's the
why I'm
feeling you're
rolling?
getting. Yeah, I mean you
Okay,
can open
alright,
it.
cool.
It's still above a 6. So what happens? You're stuck there. You're back. He pulls on the door, and it feels like someone's like grabbing the handle and pulling the other way. But you're like, oh no, maybe it's just stuck. So like you pull on the handle, and like some goo starts to pour out from underneath the door handle, like from underneath the door.
Oh.
The same
say
kind
that again, say that
of
again?
goo.
So he's pulling the door away, and like
Yeah.
goo is like forming at like the crevice
Okay.
of the door and starting to spew out into
Is it-
like the
is it
hallway.
Like the goo that
Yeah, like
the
that
goo
gray
I saw?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of glue, same kind of goo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
goo.
So, can you guys help me get this door open? And so pulling
Of
on the
course.
door.
Sure.
Let me
I'll
try.
Come on, Dean, you're strong.
Okay. So you would
Be useful.
Okay.
I mean, there's 4 of us. There's 4 of us doing it, so I have to imagine if I can get the door cracked open, they can get their fingers into it.
It's not that much force. More like anybody who is pulled the door aside, which is basically the 3 of you, are probably gonna have to make physical rolls again, so that you're not hit by a tidal wave that is gonna come rolling out from the room.
All right, I'm
Mhm,
gonna try.
mhm.
So all of us.
Anybody who's is around that door, so you guys are basically like helping them wedge the door open.
Right.
That's another 7. So
that is a.
So what are we rolling?
Basically a physical, so you're rolling a physical and
That's a
2d6.
6.
Okay, so you didn't pass. It's no damage, just disgusting. But that's so.
Oh, my
Amos.
clothes.
Yeah.
One sec. 3, 6,
Prevented
10. I don't know what my physical is, but I assume.
Oh yeah, you've already a 10, then you're probably fine.
Yeah. My physical is 0, so great.
Okay.
Awesome.
And then, Derek.
Oh, sorry, I rolled a 7 again.
Okay. Fine. You knowing something's bad, dodge to the left. Amos dodges to the right, and a wave hits Claire. As
I
the
didn't even
room-
notice.
I didn't even notice it was gonna happen.
My eyes
What about-
widened in surprise. as
what
I
about-
get,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Claire.
my eyes widened in surprise as I get
As
fully hit by
basically
whatever this
goop
stuff
hits
is.
your face, covers you, fills part of the hallway, spews out from the room. You now, because you could look in the doorway, you can notice this room is filled floor to ceiling in this gray goop. Like it's completely fills the cube space
Wait,
of the room.
So is it spilling out?
Yeah, it's spilling out all into the
Oh,
hallway
fucking-
over Claire.
Should we fucking slam the door?
No, we don't want to close the
I
door.
imagine it does it
And-
smelly? Is
and
it
if
does
it-
it
and if
taste bad?
It's like you got hit by. There's this clear slime that they used to sell to kids. Like it's like that. That's what you feel like. You just but you're covered in waves of it.
Okay, so
Does
nobody light a match.
does Dean?
You're
Yeah, don't
covered.
let him. Does Dean get hit by it as well?
Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's standing there. Dean comes in contact with it. And then disappears. That's weird. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Dean comes in contact with
Wait.
it and disappears.
Wait, what?
Disappears.
Actually, I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna
I'd be-
reach out to where he was. And
He just sort of disassembled when the wave hit, and then went into the goop.
I'm sorry. Explain?
Yeah, it's pretty sanity
I-
shocking actually.
I totally.
The
I,
goop,
honestly,
goop
I
came out, and he Claire dodged out of the way. Dean looks up, gets hit by it, but then falls apart and enters the goop.
He's made of the goop. That's what they're made of. So basically, the way that I'm imagining it, and this is just me, not necessarily Derek yet, but you got covered in this goop, and they were able to make a mimic of you in a sense. I think so. I don't know how they've made mimics
It's like a
of all of
3D
us.
print, like a 3D printing resin.
But except
Yeah,
that this is a
yeah.
3D chamber. This is the chamber where the cartridge is. That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
looking at. If you're
Yeah,
thinking
so
of
we're
the
gonna
3D
go
printer,
inside
this is
and
the
find the real Dean at this point.
I
But
am.
the fake Dean is now.
So
So
gross.
when we see Amos, when we see Soma, when we see Soma, we should hit Soma with one of these, and that'll fix that problem. Apparently, and then we'll just light it on
Well,
fire.
hold on. I still need him to do my homework.
Well, okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
dude, if you had a
No,
slave,
it's fine.
I guarantee
Whoa! Hold on.
I mean, it's my clone. I get to tell him to do
not that.
what? Whatever, clone, whatever you want to call it. I'm saying if you had a clone that you could
Helper. He's a helper.
Oh my god.
okay, butler, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. He's made out of goo.
Wow, off the rails.
I'm just saying, if you had a clone that you could do anything on command, I guarantee you would keep it.
Let's just find Dean. All right.
Okay, the room is basically subsiding into the hallway, just spilling out, and and the best way to explain it is as it subsides, people are kind of falling out too because they're stored in the printer, right?
Alright,
So
alright,
you
How many people are we talking about? What the fuck?
probably
goodness.
a few dozen, you'd say.
That's a sanity for me. What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about keep the wits
that's
about
a good
you.
point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
that's a keep the wits about you right there.
Wafting out.
Just
What is keep your wits about you? What? 2D plus what?
oh, I believe is it Persona? Let me go look at my chart.
Probably mental, no?
It's
Whatever.
Persona. It's
It's
Persona.
Persona,
So,
yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I rolled.
So
I
wait.
rolled a 10,
Are these
so it's an 11.
students? Are these students? I got
Students,
11.
some of the
That's a
people from
3.
town.
Oh shit.
Any faculty?
Yes, a couple of faculty members. Yeah,
So are you saying like half the school is actually?
I wouldn't say
Closed?
half the school, but I would say like there's about probably like 10 or 12 students, a few faculty members, and a dean rolling out of that
Oh.
room.
I was gonna wait.
Uh,
So our dean, but what about the principal? I'm looking for the principal.
Homeroom
He is
teacher?
not in there.
Homeroom
Okay.
teacher?
Your homeroom teacher is not in there either.
Claire's low
just
key
because he
freaking
seemed
out. She
weird.
rolled a 3.
But anyway, who did? First of all, the rolls. Who freaked
Yeah,
out?
I got an 11.
They
Okay.
get an 11 also, actually.
I
Okay.
imagine she sees someone that she's really close to, like her someone from her
Okay, so
family,
Claire
and then
failed?
freaks out. Oh yeah, she did.
Let me
He's
think.
also like very empathetic, right? So
Derek is gonna like when he hears because she's covered with the goo, and then he sees her face like freaking out as the bodies start.
Yeah. So yeah, Claire sees
swimming
someone she
out.
knows. Like your guys are like talking, and
Their sister.
the goo sprays out. You're like, oh, okay, well they're just people, whatever. And they roll out, and then one of Claire's friends like rolls up to her feet, basically.
Uh,
She doesn't have a
Derek
friend
is-
outside
Derek
of
is-
Derek, so
Derek
Um,
is gonna turn and just like grab her and like give her a hug and like kind of like pull her eyes down to his shoulder so she's not really looking. Like, don't worry, it's okay. We're helping these people. We're helping these people.
she's crying into your chest.
You're
She
not
gives
sure.
such a hit where
None
she-
of these
hug.
people are dead. That's the good thing.
No,
That's
no,
why you
no,
didn't
I don't think
fail.
I
they're
was just about
dead.
to ask if I was
None
just
of them
about to
are
check their
dead.
pulse. Okay.
Just checking.
No, we're
People
definitely
are
helping
checking
these people.
pulses and stuff, but like it's like a room full of people that were put in like cryo freeze, like they're just rolling out because the room
Yeah,
subsided.
Are they waking up?
Coughing up goo and like moving around a little bit. About the time you're like checking pulses, you hear someone coming down the hallway on the left. Like because people are rolling out. There's a lot going on, and out of the corner vision of your eye, you notice someone approaching, and there's about a dozen people behind them.
Are any of the people who are walking towards us any of the people who are lying
Of
on the
course
floor?
they are.
Oh yeah, no, this is
nice.
I'm going to start picking up handfuls of the goo and just start throwing it at them.
just like pitching goo.
Yeah, well, because the
I'm
goo,
sorry,
when the goo
I
hit,
missed
when the goo
something.
hit,
Oh yeah.
I lost connection again.
Where did we lose you? Like
that's
There
important.
was a hall monitor or something.
hall monitor.
Wait, what?
Okay, so basically, the best thing
you heard the door. You heard the door open, right?
Yeah, there's a door open. There was all the goo people, and then there was someone going down the hall or something.
Oh yeah, so they out of the corner of their eye they saw someone approaching, and then a group of people behind them coming towards them, not running but like quickly.
Yes, and it's
Okay,
the people
okay.
it's the people who are now lying on the floor. So like
Oh,
the people who have been copied are now moving towards us.
I can see why
and
you'd
so
want to throw goo at them. Okay.
I'm going to throw the goo at them because the goo made the fake Derek disappear. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
assuming if I hit them with goo, then maybe
right, that too.
they'll turn to goo also. So I'm fighting
Yeah.
I'm fighting goo with goo.
Okay.
I was thinking more like it's explosive.
So
Yeah, no, we're also covered in it, so that might not be a
the
good
final and well, I think this is gonna be pretty interesting. The final shot you get is basically, you see a girl about your age, about like a freshman, black pants, black shirt, gothic kind of dress coming up towards you, and you attempt to throw goo at them. Basically, you're like, oh, I was gonna pitch it at them,
Take that.
and she just looks at you. It doesn't work that way, and then it just sort of fades out.
Wait, what?
You have a misunderstanding, but that's okay.
Doesn't.
I don't know why it worked with Derek that way, but okay.
It
No,
didn't.
but it
All right, I will. Okay.
worked on her. Didn't she disappear? You said she disappears.
So I said Dean disappears into the
yes,
cluster of it. Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't say. Well, I guess you'll find out next time. But Yeah. And she basically just says it doesn't work that way, and I will stop the recording there, and I'll explain a little bit. So hold on.
Okay. Derek was working under a
false
wrong,
assumption.
a false assumption, but I mean a fun assumption because now I'm hitting people with goo. Because why not?
Let's see. Where's my stop video? More. Stop recording.